But, you know, waking up that early and getting everything going, I'm trying to not be a grumpy asshole all the damn time.
Grumphole.
Grumphole? Grumphole.
I'm going to make you a shirt. It says Grumphole.
That sounds like a dwarf.
I'm a grumphole.
Grumphole the dwarf.
I'm a grumphole. Simple, easy.
I found Mexican-style street corn in a can. And that on a wrap's awesome.
So canned elote?
No, not quite elote. Just
This is like a spice.
the corn before it hits the elote.
So you found canned corn.
But it's like charred and grilled and flavored and seasoned.
Oh, okay.
It's nice.
Because otherwise I was going to say, you found corn in a can. It's like, Jeff, we have some news for you, bud. I think 1913
See,
called.
to me, elote is not in a... It has to be on the cob to be proper elote.
Oh, no, because it can come in a cup.
It can come in a
Still
cup,
elote.
but it's too mayonnaisey at that point.
I'm sorry, my brain went somewhere else when we just made those statements. Did anyone else hear it?
Yes.
Okay. The Dream doesn't want a new Raven. He misses Jessime.
Of course he does.
Yeah.
But she got
that was his
splattered,
chick.
scattered, and chunked.
Yeah, unfortunately. I hope they at least ate her, make it worth it.
Was that a Waffle House order?
Yes, it was. You just ordered your hash browns.
Scattered and no, that's after.
She was definitely scattered. And smothered. But
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots, and a sexy body full of tats.
Fucking me, it's got more holes.
So since we were last talked, we had a snowpocalypse and then it went away.
Yeah, it was very brief.
It's like it never happened. It was weird. It was like we got that lovely snowstorm last week, effectively right after we finished up last week's episode, and then well, it stuck around a little bit. There was still snow on like Friday.
I got to go crazy and let my inner prepper run free.
Oh God.
And then it wasn't needed almost at all.
Yeah, really. Like there was nothing.
Mean, I had all the heat I'd need. I could have ran that propane heater for probably 4 days solid if I needed to.
It did get a bit cold by Wednesday. That 19, 17 degrees.
Yeah.
It got a little chilly.
It was cold, but the roads weren't awful.
No, the roads are fine.
Yeah, they're fine.
Even the big bridge going over to work.
Yeah.
The one going over the tracks.
Yeah.
That was snow all over it, but it was still drivable.
Yeah. Well, that one's lucky because it's one of the few bridges around here that doesn't go over a major body of water. It goes over train tracks.
True.
Now, the little bridge right past that. Oh, this dickhead fucking messaging me right now. Sorry. Forgot about that.
We got our roadside confessional.
I don't think he sent a message this week. Let me remind him real quick.
Now, the next one that y'all were talking about at dinner is not coming anymore.
What do you mean?
The winter storm.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It poofed out.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Now we're actually getting a whole bunch of wet weather from California.
Yep.
Thanks, California. Wait, they need it.
They kind of do.
They kind of do. Well, I guess the fires have calmed down because we haven't heard anything. I mean, they're still like out there, but it's not like LA's in massive danger anymore.
Yeah,
Seemingly.
I still went crazy. I had freeze-dried food. I had my entire camp cook set so I could cook without power. I lacked for absolutely nothing, and the power went out for like an hour and a half. That's it.
We never lost power or anything. But
Ours blipped when that happened.
Yeah. It went out long enough for me to go, wow, it's getting chilly in here. Went and got the heater, cracked 2 windows about 1 inch, and kept her rolling. I was warm and toasty.
Well, you know what's funny? I don't know how it must have just been like a daisy chain situation, because the transformer that blew up was right here off, right around the corner. You're much further away than that.
It is.
It's not the same circuit, but for some reason
I was concerned that it was my fault. I turned on the stove.
Oh yeah,
and then everything went boom.
No, that happened one of the last big outages.
Like, oh shit.
No, that absolutely happened one of the last big outages here. And I was making food, and I closed the fridge, and all the lights went off.
I'm sorry.
And I'm like, and I was home alone. Jessica was at work or whatever. I think it was on a Monday, and well, I guess it could have been any day, but it was just like, did I do that? I was like, we had an Urkel moment. Like, what the fuck just happened? I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm not God. How did that work? You know, that was crazy. I'm trying to pull up this article.
I think you're both safer than you were last week. I'm about a third as caffeinated as I was last week. So I brought that down a good bit.
Well, see, the problem is we don't know where the optimum level is just yet. So we're just going.
We're experimenting because I've been off caffeine for so long. But, waking up that early and getting everything going, I'm trying to not be a grumpy asshole all the damn time.
Grumphole.
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 I'm gonna make you a shirt. This is Grumphole.
That sounds like a dwarf.
I'm a grumphole.
Grumphole the dwarf.
I'm a grumphole. Ew. It's more like a troll, I think. I don't know.
Be a good name for a cat, too.
Grumphole.
Yeah, that would be a good. Either that or bitch hole. Shut your bitch hole.
Depends, male or female.
Nope. It really doesn't depend. Okay, so
Doesn't matter with us. Our female cat named Hank.
yeah, they like propane.
Well, she likes not leaving the kitchen.
That's fair. Hey, at least one of them likes to be in the kitchen.
Right.
So, I got grounded a bit this weekend.
Uh-oh.
You got ground.
From Thursday night.
Oh, why?
What happened Thursday? You went to trivia.
No, we didn't. We went out for wings with the Chidies.
Nice.
Yeah, so we went out.
No phone call?
We told you about it on Monday.
Oh.
I told you it's probably.
Dude, you got to remind
We
me.
even said that.
Yes.
See, we talk about you when you're not around.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
You got to remind me because I'm so nonstop go.
Well,
now.
we mentioned it. We mentioned it Monday, and then I think you said something about whether or not whatever or remind you, and then we're like, well,
But you didn't remind me.
well, the odds are you would have had an excuse, like I got to be at the Legion or something.
Fuckers didn't remind me.
It's okay, it's okay. But either way, so what happened is that we had a nice dinner, everything else like that, had a good time hanging out, and came to when the bill came. The lovely server, y'all's constant server over there hands me the bill for mine, and I immediately hand it to Jessica. So the thing was, my explanation for that was she really insisted on making sure she brought her wallet in. She didn't bring a purse in, but she made sure she grabbed her wallet because she had her big ass work backpack. Didn't want to haul that around. Duh. But I figure if I'm paying for things, she doesn't need her wallet. So if she insists on bringing her wallet in, maybe she was going to offer to pay. That's not what happened. And basically, there was some yelling and some arguing, and then I was grounded for the weekend for my trespassings.
For that?
I mean, there's a lot going on, but that was just kind of a kickoff of the situation because, and frankly, women aren't wired like us. We think usually in logical terms and things like that. We see a situation,
A very linear manner.
Yeah. And in her case, she had an emotional reaction, feeling embarrassed that I did that. And I'm like, why would you be embarrassed? If anything, it makes me look bad. Like, I can't afford dinner. Can you take care of it?
Yeah.
Because I don't know about you guys, but our money is separate.
Here's the thing. Did she remember her wallet?
Huh?
Did she remember her wallet?
Yeah, it was sitting right there on the table. Like, it was just like, boop, right there in front of her.
See, if that would have happened, Amy would have forgot it. I would have been like, here.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, our money is separate.
Yeah.
She has her money, I have my money, and we never bothered to change it up because who cares, right? And in this case, we go back and forth. If we go out to eat, one person pays for it one time, the other person pays for it the other time. I think technically speaking, it was her turn. But, she said, well, it doesn't count when it's with other people. I'm like, since when?
What kind of double standard's that?
Yeah, I was like, hold on. I was like, since when is that a thing? I was like, we've literally done that before.
You still have to pay for it, so it doesn't really matter which one's doing it, correct?
Yeah. It was just, I guess it was embarrassing in front of y'all. So, not that you guys remotely gave a shit. Y'all actually laughed at her reaction at all, but apparently it made me look extremely.
I had a drink, so I was fine.
Yeah.
We all had a drink.
You didn't notice.
No, I did not.
Yeah.
So it didn't bother me a bit. So it was like over my head. So
Now that's when she went out to go have a cigarette.
And he's going to keep.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's going to keep pissing her off. And one night he's going to be like, I'm going to end up single.
And I know we talked about the
Well-
cigarette stuff when she came back in. So I hope she wasn't thinking that we were directing it towards her or anything.
No, because we even talked about that after the fact.
So it wasn't.
No. It was more on me than anything because I guess I drastically misread that situation. Because otherwise, she's like, well, what if they carded us for alcohol? I'm like, it's Buffalo Wild Wings. Unless you look like you're a teenager, they're not going to card you.
Yeah, and especially when we
And we're with
take
you guys.
the guy that we're going to actually be with, our server.
Yeah.
He knows exactly who we are. He's like, no, we're not going to card you.
All right. Well, just
Now-
so there's no confusion, next time remind me,
Okay, we'll do.
please.
Okay.
Well, we won't be going this week
Okay.
because money's tight.
You're grounded.
Well, no, rent is due. Rent is due, money's tight. And we had a discussion about eating out a little bit too much. Like, just, even I'm guilty of it at work, grabbing breakfast when I don't need it, going almost every day to get supplies for work, stuff like that. And it fucking adds up. I think
does.
I did the math one week. I'm like, shit, man, what did I do? And I look, and I think I spent like $70 in 5 days just going to the gas station every day. And that was only that expense, nothing else. So we're going to be revamping our budget.
Well, I did dinner last night for the week. My grilled chicken I do. Did a whole bunch of grilled chicken, sliced it up. I got hearts of romaine, all the stuff to go in the wrap. So I'm just making a wrap every night before I go to work. So
Nice.
Simple, easy, good.
Simple, easy.
I found Mexican style street corn in a can, and that on a wrap's awesome.
So canned elote?
No, not quite elote, just
It's like a spice.
the corn before it hits the elote.
So you found canned corn.
But it's like charred and grilled and flavored and seasoned.
Oh, okay.
It's nice.
Because otherwise I was going to say, you found corn in a can. It's like, Jeff, we have some news for you, bud. I think 1913
See,
called.
to me, elote is not in a. It has to be on the cob to be proper elote.
Oh, no, because it can come in a cup.
It can come in a
Still
cup,
elote.
but it's too mayonnaisey at that point.
I'm
my
sorry, my brain went somewhere else when we just made those statements. Did anyone else hear it?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you fucking your elote in a cup?
Nope.
No.
Nope. You were just talking about the mayonnaise
Yeah.
when it comes in a cup. Too thick. Yep.
Okay.
Ew.
Ew.
Yeah, your brains went one way. I'm the fat kid over there going, man, I'm hungry.
I'm not hungry. I just had lunch. I had a poke bowl from HEB.
I'm sure you poked the bowl.
No, it was good though. It was like I started thinking about it. It's like, look, I can spend $8 on sushi, or I can spend $9 on a poke bowl.
Yep.
We had something the other night. Is the ramen, but it's not like ramen. Well, it is still, but it's one of those.
That's spaghetti.
Not the normal. No, not like the normal ramens you go get. That's 99 cents or whatever the hell they are. It's the black
Yeah, the
label or whatever it is.
The big gin.
Yes. And it comes with all the seasonings and
Yeah, it's
everything.
awesome.
It was freaking awesome. Never had it before. And
Have you ever had like proper like tonkatsu ramen? Like proper like big ass bowl full of meat and everything ramen.
See, we'll take those and we'll do spam fries. Fry them real hard. Add that in there with a soft boiled egg.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
So we were talking about going to get sushi for Heidi's birthday, right?
Yeah.
So I bet you at that, what was the place called again?
Yummy Yummy.
Yum Yum. I guarantee you they probably
I
have
probably do.
proper ramen because the
Yummy Mongolian grill. I don't think they do ramen.
you'd be surprised.
Really.
Well, I mean, if they're doing sushi at a Mongolian grill,
That's the one up north.
Yep.
yes. Well, they have one. Well, they had one closer.
Had one. Yeah.
They're good.
Yes.
No. But the place we go to down here, they do, Chinese and Japanese stuff too. But they also have and Jessica's always too scared to actually just go for the big ass bowl of ramen because it's huge. I mean, it's like that big to begin with.
Yeah.
And then it's just like you see in the anime. It literally comes that way.
Now I want the Noodle House down on the South Loop. That's a good place. I took you there. Yeah.
They should put Noodle House right next to Waffle House.
Your buddy.
He did not like it at all.
He was so confused
He
on
was like,
everything.
"What the fuck is this shit?"
It's delicious.
He's like,
Indeed.
I was like, I don't like this at all. I'm like, whatever.
Correct. All the mumbling.
Yeah. Of course, we both had the kimchi ramen.
Yeah.
And we told him to get the tonkatsu because it's a bit more, entry level.
Yeah.
And no, get that. No, get that. Oh, whatever.
Yeah. I wouldn't go
He absolutely did not like it. He's like, what the crap?
Yeah. I mean, I guess if you're used to just straight up ramen noodles from the package, the 25-cent package, which I think is up to 58 cents.
So I think you and I ate everything. Lucas the same way. And he was just like,
Grumble. Call me next time.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've never tried to eat it with chopsticks, though.
You do?
No, I've never tried.
Oh, it's good.
oh.
Yeah.
That's how you're supposed to eat it.
I just fork and spoon it. Yeah,
You bowl.
You drink. Well, no, that's why they give you the spoon. You drink the broth with the spoon. All that nonsense. But that is to say, we won't be going out for ramen anytime soon.
Oh.
Well, until after a couple paydays. Yeah, because the other thing was I was about to buy the new camera for in here because I need that next extra camera. And I'm like,
I'm probably
rent's
going.
due. It's like, I'm going to wait a week.
I'm probably going Wednesday.
Yeah.
Because, I got running around to do, errands to do. We had a setback with our passport. I got an email that says that the birth certificate that I got from the county I live in isn't good enough. They need a certified one with all the extra information and the embossed seal and everything. So now I may not have a passport by the time I go on the cruise at the end of the month, into next month.
Yeah, you know what's funny? Whenever I had to go get my driver's license, to do a walk-in, I had to have either a passport or my actual birth certificate. And I'm just like, that's fucking nuts.
I got
So when's the birth certificate that you've had? Is it the original from years ago?
It was a copy I got from
Like recently?
from Walker County, yeah.
What the hell? That should be fine.
And apparently it doesn't have all the extra information.
What extra information?
I know, I was adopted. There's nothing.
Yeah, it's like, do you want my adoption papers? Like from... Like, how do you want me to do this?
Right.
It's like, it's fucking stupid.
But anyway, that's there. What else am I doing? I've been busy as hell. I got in the wood shop and kind of worked nonstop all week. Did my cut list, set up the cameras Saturday, security cameras around the
I heard you talking about it.
That's freaking awesome. I need to
It
do that
is.
for
It's a
mine.
good system. I'll show you later. But got those set up, did some more chores. Yesterday, I woke up, got out in the garage, did my cut list for 4 picture frames I'm going to make. And I need a new table saw. That's the long and short of it. I'm using the Ancient Craftsman, old school cast iron topped.
Yep.
So after dodging 4 missiles, I'm probably Wednesday going to go pick up a brand new table saw.
As long as you have all your digits.
Job site table saw, one I can move around, build into a table. But I need they call it a rack and pinion fence.
Yeah.
So everything works together, moves together, real precise. It's got the anti-kickback top, and then that fence that goes right into your kerf line.
Yeah.
Keeps it, a lot of times you're cutting wood and it'll that kerf line will bend in and start binding up the blade. That was happening nonstop.
Yeah.
That was a quarter saw and pine I was using, and nonstop. It finally, I got nailed by one. The other 3 I avoided, went just flinging across the shop.
Yeah, I had one shoot. I had to shoot we had moved the saw at one point because it was on one side of the shop, and then we moved it over. And I forgot which project I was working on, but I definitely did a cut, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
the fuck did that go? And I turn around, huge hole in the window behind me. I was like, well, that's getting boarded up. Like,
But
which was good because
so
it got
on
broken
those
too.
picture frames, I've got 2 of them that are 12 by 16, or 4 of them I'm doing, and then I got a 2 by 5 footer I'm doing for the Legion. And I've decided I'm doing half-lapped miters, which are a pain to set up, but super strong and look good. So it's a miter cut, but they kind of lock onto each other, and they're gorgeous. So my current table saw is not accurate enough to do all that.
Yeah. I miss having all my workshop stuff.
I think next for me is a what do they call it? A radial arm saw.
Yeah,
That's
those are always
coming
cool.
with a 90-degree flip with dado stacks and all them. And then I found there's an attachment, like a mill bed for a drill press. You turn the screw and everything moves left and right. Well, you can set up a radial arm saw with a mill bed on it.
Yeah.
And when you're doing
It's one of the most dangerous fucking tools that
yes,
exists.
but
is
when you're
radial
doing
arm
half
saw.
laps, instead of unclamping your project or piece and moving it over, guessing, you can slowly just rotate that thing and do small passes back and forth.
Yeah.
And that's going to be awesome because all those fancy joints you see with the big 4x4s locking into everything, I'm going to do a lot of those.
Yeah. I just, I always wanted to get into doing some like nice dado work and being able to make like finger joints and stuff like that.
Well, let me get more tools. Come over.
Well, I have tools. I could just go to my parents' house, but it's all fucking old except for my stuff.
Yeah.
It's like my stuff is old-ish at this point, but they quit,
Chisel and hammer.
no, they quit. It's like they quit using all of their old tools and started using mine. I was like, well, I mean, I guess it's in your shop, so that's fine. But like, holy shit, like your saw is right there. It's like so, and well, I mean, they haven't done anything in a long time because my mom can't use the stuff, and my dad shouldn't use any of it. So, yeah, I could just imagine him trying to use a radial arm saw and just end up cutting himself straight across the belly.
Bring a 1-inch dado stack on that thing, just hog out a ton of material.
See, I work with my dad for work. I mean, You know how he is.
Yeah.
When we do some signs and everything for a company and everything, he has to go out there and cut wooden stakes. And he gets the wood instead of actually buying the wooden stakes. He actually gets the stuff to make it, legit.
Yeah, he rips them.
Yes. And then he chops it. I'm like, God, dog, man, just be careful, please. Yeah. Because his track record on anything
it's
he
so
does
much
out there.
cheaper to buy.
Yes, I know. But God,
that's what I was doing. I was getting 3 1-inch blanks out of each 2x4 section I cut, and that was great. They're all perfectly 1 inch, so nice, cute little frame.
Hey.
For the big one, I'm probably going 1.5 inches or almost 2 inch frame. But for the little smaller ones, I'm doing just 1 inch square. Do a round over coming around and do the half laps, so it'll look nice.
Yeah. Oh, and with that,
Yeah, I've been busy.
we should get started. Yeah,
I've been real busy.
Real episode. So, all right, guys, where's the button? I gotta hit the right button. I'm not used to all the new buttons yet, and I just moved the camera thing over here now, so if I could actually get our message. We did get our message from
Good.
Shaun, so that's a good thing. So, guys, welcome back to the Now You Made It Awkward podcast. We're almost to 130. This is episode 129.
Wow.
Yeah, we're cranking them out. It's freaking
One
awesome.
week at a time.
Supposedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I need to get an allegedly button.
Yep.
I don't have one. So, guys, of course, I am Shoky. You can follow me at all the Shoky-related links down below. If that's the It Doesn't Have to Make Sense channel or the Shoky Reviews 2 channel or the original Shoky Reviews channel if you're remotely interested in that. And then also, if you would like to get the full uncut video version of this podcast, you can do so at the Shoky Reviews Patreon link down below. For as little as $5 a month, you can get access to the full uncut version of this, where it's all video for the whole thing, and then anything I remove. Whether it's me yelling at Jefe or, just some dumb conversations that I probably should not have had on the internet or deeply political stuff that probably would have got us flagged, that kind of thing, if you're remotely interested in doing that. No, I mean, I trimmed out a few things out there the last couple of episodes.
Yeah.
Some of that was for time. Because I was like, damn, we're pushing almost 3 hours. I was like,
wow, Jeff's mad. He's going crazy. Yeah, cut that out.
Yeah, getting anyone past 2 hours and 15 minutes is already difficult. But we have gained subscribers. We're up to 110.
Nice.
Yeah, and we actually have comments. We have comments this week, which I've replied to some of them. So
I left
we'll get
one.
to that soon. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did.
No, that was on. Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah,
When you dropped Friday.
That's correct. All right, and of course that voice you hear is the Jefe.
Hey, it's me.
Yes, you can follow him at the Grounded and the Grumpies over there on the Instagrams.
Yep.
And of course, over here in the third spot is the Chato,
how's it going?
the proprietor of C4 Graphics.
Proud of you.
I still want to say G4
Bravo.
every time I want to say G4. I'm just letting you know.
Okay.
I have to fight the urge. I don't know why. It is what it is. But of course, guys, if you're going to do that like and subscribe thing here, that would be great. Obviously, I just said that people have been subscribing. And oops, I forgot to put the episode up on Rumble.
You did.
I completely forgot. Yep.
Damn.
Yep. But I did not forget to put the uncut episode up this morning for the Patreon. So
Good.
It was like 7 a.m. I was like, oh, yeah, forgot to set that up. Because I can set it up way ahead of time to drop, and I just sometimes forget to do that. It's like I uploaded it so I could do the edit on Saturday while I'm at work. Saturday was a rough day as it was, but anyway. And guys, of course, if you want to get a hold of us, you can do so where?
At the NowYouMadeItAwkwardMail at gmail.com or on our Facebook page at Now You Made It Awkward Podcast. You can also message us or leave a video message as our friend Shaun does.
Indeed, and he did just do that after I reminded him. So, oh, good Lord, that's a long message.
Oh, God.
It's 2 hours. I said 2 hours. It's 2 minutes. 2 minutes and 42 seconds. What the hell, Shaun? Okay, so let me adjust my audios here real quick, and then we will kick that off.
Question for the pod. Hey, do you guys have any childhood trauma that you constantly relive?
This group? No, not at all.
I'm sure you have a lot, but specifically like an instance, a thing, a near-death experience, something you saw super scary. Maybe it had all the ingredients to a fucked up pie, just didn't get baked all the way, you know what I mean? So, for example, when I was in kindergarten, I was riding my bicycle that morning before we went to school, and there was a van coming down the street.
Pedo
and
van?
my mom was watching me through the window at the washing dishes and whatnot, and you look both ways before you cross the street, and if there's a car coming, you don't go, you wait. Well, I didn't, and I pedaled my ass out in front of her and got smoked. Oh, shit. And I remember looking up and seeing the drive shaft spin. I didn't even know what a drive shaft was. But
Holy
the big
shit.
circle thing above me was
Under the
spinning.
truck.
I remember how hot it was under there, and I remember what it smelled like. I also remember the feeling of being drug out, like something grabbed me and pulled me out from under there. And once I got out from under there,
Your
I took
dad?
off running and hid because I thought I was in trouble.
I mean,
Well,
you would be.
My mom saw it, so she comes out screaming. It was the Avon lady coming down the street in a van. She hops out of the van. She's screaming. They're looking for me. Can't find me.
The
My
fuck?
bike is totally mangled up under the front of this van. And they're both screaming and crying, looking for me. And I finally come out, and I just knew I was fixing to get it right. I had on a white shirt
Not
and
anymore.
blue shorts, and I wasn't even dirty. Like there wasn't a scratch on me.
Damn.
And my shirt was still clean. And I think about that moment all the time. I still had to go to school, by the way. Yeah,
Oh,
so
shit.
Mom calls Dad. He
Oh, he
comes
said
to
it was
pick me
before
up,
school. Yeah.
tells him the story, and he's just kind of looking at me, and he's looking at everybody.
Hold on. He said kindergarten, so he's like 4 years old, give or take.
4 or 5, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you start first grade at 5 or 6, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so wow.
Everybody else is like, "You okay?" And I was like, "Uh-huh." All right, well, get in the truck. So he took me to school, and he dropped me off, walked me into my kindergarten class, and told my kindergarten teacher, this was her first year teaching, that, sorry we're late. He got ran over this morning. He's not really shook up. He'll be fine. All right, see you later. Bye. And left me there. She still remembers the story, and she's looking at me. She's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Uh-huh."
Yeah, Dad
But
just
to
dropped
this
me
day,
off.
I think about that constantly, and that feeling of like someone was dragging me out from under there.
Yeah.
That sticks with you.
Well-
Like you don't forget something like that. And anytime I start having complications with religion and belief in a higher power, in my head, my heart always tells me there's something else.
So who pulled him out?
What's you got?
Gravity.
No, he said he was under the car,
He
and
was
then
under the
something
car.
pulled him out.
It
Yeah.
felt like so. Probably friction on the road.
No, I think the car stopped, and then something pulled him out from under the car, but it wouldn't have been the woman who hit him, because he said
He
that
was still in the car.
she was still in the car.
Jesus, take the
But
wheel.
there was nobody
Yeah.
there. His dad didn't do it, so maybe somebody did save Shaun's little bitty life.
Damn.
But now we know what's wrong with him.
right.
Yeah, he got hit by a car.
All right, so who else got hit by
Hold
a
on,
car?
hold on.
Oh.
He also got dropped on his head as a baby. I know this for a fact. He got dropped on his head as a baby. So there's a lot
we
of
all
things
got
wrong with
dropped
Shaun.
at one point.
No.
I fell. I didn't get.
Well, yeah, we're pretty bad at falling around here.
Yeah.
But no. Okay, so like,
I got a couple. Yeah.
I mean, I got trauma, but not like that. Mine was, I mean, of course, obviously, you know, I was sexually assaulted, so I'm sure that's affected me my entire fucking
little
life.
bit of trauma. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that's affected me somehow in ways that I don't even know. Other than that, man, I don't know if I have anything like that. I know there was one time, minuscule, but little kid, and this is when we still lived in Houston, so it was it was first grade ish, and we went to the grocery store, me and my dad, and I'm just paying attention to my own shit, talking, you know, whatever. And then I'm trying to ask my dad if, you know, I can get a toy. Because, of course, that's, you know, what you do when you're a little kid. Can I get a toy when we go? And then I look up, and my dad is not the guy I've been following in the store.
Shit.
It is some dude. I swear to God, he looks exactly like Hank Williams Jr. Like beard, the sunglasses, cowboy hat, all of it. It's like, it might have been Hank Williams Jr. for all I know. He's like, I ain't your dad, kid. And I'm like, "Ah." Like, I don't know what I was looking at that wasn't the adult in front of me, because I walked in the store with him. I assume he just went and got a buggy. But like, he didn't come looking for me or anything that I know of. I ran back to go find him. And this is our old, it was a Safeway, because it became a Kroger, but it was a Safeway. But I was like, oh shit. And it was my first time getting lost as a little kid. And I still remember that shit, you know. But also eventually I realized, oh, I'm not going to get kidnapped and everything else like that. So when my dad goes shopping, I'm just going to go to the fucking toy aisle and go shopping for toys until he catches up to me later. You know, it's like, what do I know about grocery shopping? You know, he's like, I said, I'm going to toys, and you just pick me up when he gets there, you know, or like my mom used to do, because I would do the same thing. She would eventually just have them summon me over the intercom. You know, like, hey, your mom's leaving. It's like, okay. It was like, just run to the front of the fucking store. But it was like, no, I can't think of other traumatic things. Like, I definitely didn't get hit by a full-size car. I got hit by a go-kart, but that was my fault entirely. I think I've told this story here
What
before.
you got, brother?
Me? This is actually at church. It's something that's kind of stuck with me for a while. I don't like getting up in front of people because of this. I was actually, it was choir. We actually had a play. I was actually the lead in it.
Oh.
And so I was actually, this is just like the highlight of me.
Peter Pan?
No, not exactly. I can't remember exactly what it
Tinkerbell.
was. Yes, it was. I can't remember actually the
Why do you have to do that
name of the
voice?
play because it's great.
So
But
yeah, okay.
I had all the lines and everything, and I messed up one line, and then singing, and everybody in the congregation and everything saw me, laughed, pointed, and even the buddy that was on stage and everything kind of like chuckled and everything too. And when you're 10, 11 years old, it messed me up. You know, I was like, oh, great. Everybody's going to see me.
They're all gonna laugh at you.
You're all going to laugh
They're
at
all
me. And
gonna laugh
that's
at you,
how I
yeah.
felt. And of course, after that, like, hey, you messed up on your line. I was like, well, thank you very much. And so I
gonna say,
don't
who
like
said
getting
that?
up and, huh?
I was gonna say, who said that? Just one of the friends.
His mom.
No, there's just kids and everything else in there,
Okay.
so it kind of freaked me out.
Yeah, 'cause it's
one thing I
church,
like.
too.
Pat would have been way nicer than that.
Yes.
She definitely would have been.
Well, that was me. I just don't like getting up in front of people anymore.
Yeah, it's a good thing you're on a show in front of 100 some odd
Well,
people.
that's
The
a little bit
internet's-
better than actually being in an auditorium full of people.
Oh, so that's why you don't karaoke.
Very much so. Yeah.
I mean,
I can sing. I just don't. Yeah, that's the thing.
yeah, I also don't do karaoke for kind of a similar reason, but not because of that. But I'm just saying, like, nah, I don't want to get up in front of people and sing.
Yeah.
It's like I can sing a bit, but I don't want to sing in front of people, especially fucking super judgy people, like the only people we ever are with when karaoke happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to fucking sing in front of them. Jessica did one time. She was feeling real good. She got up there and was singing. I got video of it buried on my phone somewhere. She would shoot me if it ever made it out of there. But
I've been doing karaoke for a couple decades now.
yeah, well, you like it.
Now, if I get enough where I can calm down enough, I can probably do it.
Oh, I believe you.
Enough to
But-
drink, and then you can't sing.
Hey, no, I'll be all right. I promise.
Yeah. Well, that's why I made that joke when you first came on. It's like, well, if you can sing, we can raise some money for your lights. It's like, do like what we did for Jordan. Take requests. Just
So I was
right.
like, mm-mm.
Yep. What do you got?
I got two.
Okay.
Oh shit.
One happened. I was 2 years old, two and a half, whatever. We had just moved from Corsicana, Texas, to Santa Fe, New Mexico, and I was told that my gargantuan giant baby self climbed up on a box next to a window, stood up on said open windowsill, pushed out the frame, and fell out of a second-story window. Dad was running around, couldn't find me, scared to death. Noticed the frame, the screen was missing. Looked down, and there I was on the zero-scaped rock backyard.
Ouch.
Not a mark on me. Not a scratch. Mom swears up and down an angel caught me. Physics, though, the screen might have acted like a little bit of a parachute.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a scratch on me.
Well, that and you're also still young enough to be more bouncy.
Bouncy.
Things aren't 100% settled at that age. I
Right.
mean, we've seen kids.
And then,
Shaun got hit by a car and went to school.
right. And then in the 6th grade, I believe, we were in Jackson, Missouri. We moved around a bunch.
We know.
I was out on my dad's old Schwinn Cruiser, those giant, heavy, single-geared bikes.
Yeah.
Across the road, I guess I didn't look right. I got tagged by a fucking pickup truck. I mean, broadside, right in the grill, launched me.
Ouch.
Yeah. Right ahead of us, parked on the side of the road, was an off-duty paramedic. He came hauling ass over.
Conveniently.
Friends from out of town saw what was happening, yelled for my mom and dad. They freaked out. Had a bruise about the size of a, Tony's pizza on the side of inside of my thigh, and that's it.
Your thigh wouldn't have been that big.
I was a big kid. I was a giant kid.
It's like, do you often put pizzas between your thighs?
Well, 7th grade, I was moving furniture with my dad's employees at his rent-own store.
I guess that's fair.
I was a big kid.
Yeah, that's fair, I
Yeah.
guess. Okay. Well, you mentioned that, and I have a tiny bit of physical trauma similar to what you did, and I think I mentioned it here on the show before, I'm pretty sure, where this is when my aunt, uncle, and cousin were living with us for a couple months while they were getting on their feet, and he was fucking around. My cousin Michael was a bit of a dick. Like, he was a horrendous spoiled brat. I was spoiled. This kid was so much worse. So much fucking worse. Anyways, we're chasing each other around, and he runs into the house, slams and locks the door. God knows where any adults are. I'm going to be honest with you. I have no idea where any parent was. I think they went to the grocery store and left us home.
They're never around.
No, they weren't. It's like I've raised myself. Basically.
Pretty much. Both parents working, they had to.
Well, no, my dad was retired since I was 5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And he was still not around.
Yeah. No, my dad was around, but I'm saying, like, he would go do stuff. Like, go to Home Depot, go to the grocery store, whatever, leave kids alone. Fuck them. You know, it's a countryside.
They might survive.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Well, still here.
I mean, I almost didn't.
Still alive.
Still alive.
Well, that day, I damn near could have bled out. Things went wrong. He locked the door, and I started pounding on the fucking window to let me in, and smash.
Oh.
And
Oh, dear.
you can still sort of see the scar right there, but that right there. Luckily, it was shallow enough. It didn't nick the veins or the tendons.
Yep.
But I looked down and went, you know, because it's instantly bleeding, and not to mention it just, you know, opened up immediately because it was old school plate glass, not fucking
Not the
modern
safety glass.
shit. Yeah, not safety glass. This was plate glass, and mind you, it was only like a little window light. It's like a 9 or 12 window door, and mind you, like I went through that, but my other cousin, why is his name escaping me right now?
Joey Bag of Donuts. Yeah.
I don't have a Joey. Chris, my cousin Chris. Well, because like no, he doesn't go by his actual name on like any platform. So I was like, shit, what is his actual name now? It was like, no, my cousin Chris. Is that
the one in the movie?
No.
Okay.
No, that's Jeff. Okay. No, he ran through.
Not me, by the way.
Yeah, no, he ran through a fucking front door, like the glass door. Similar situation. Dumb kids chasing each other around, and it was. I was there, so we had gone to visit. I don't even remember what this kid's name was. He was new-ish to the neighborhood, and so they're running around. I'm playing with something in the living room, and I hear just this smashing, and then screaming, and then there were adults around in this case. So he had run arms forward through this fucking glass door. Sliced his arm from there to here, severed all of those tendons, nicked the vein, so he's bleeding everywhere. I think he was 9 or 10, and he got a little damage on his other arm, but didn't hit anything vital. But like they had to call the ambulance and everything. I saw his blood on the glass, on the floor, on the carpet. Because like I said, they were running this way. I was just kind of chilling in the room there. And, I mean, it took him years of surgery and therapy to get that arm somewhat usable because, like, his hand was knurled up like this because he had no tendons. They had to remove tendons from his toes to rebuild his fingers. They had to pull shit from other spots to elongate this because it locked up and curled up at one point. I mean,
what's with your family going through glass?
Well, I don't know if you know this, but it's clear.
Yeah.
Well, actually, what happened was the kid running through swung it behind him.
Oh, okay.
So it was open, or like he ran forward, then the kid shut the door behind him, and then, of course, he's just running, goes right through it.
I don't think I've ever broken a window, period.
So,
Nor have I ever defenestrated anybody.
No,
and that makes me sad.
To doing what you're doing, like going through the window, the door.
Yeah.
Back in the spring when we lived there, my dad actually went through the damn window, the full door, and he actually went through it.
Yeah.
And you're laughing. You see how he is now? Yes.
Yeah.
This is beforehand. It should be like a understanding of what's going on the rest of the life. Yeah.
Shouldn't be able to.
But if the front door, like you said, it's clear, and it's the whole opening. I mean, there's no etching or anything like that. It's a full plate glass.
Yeah, just the frame.
And if the door's open, you're like, oh, great, run downstairs to go outside.
Yeah.
Good thing I didn't weigh a whole lot when I did it. bam! I'm like,
Head first.
and I was like, son of a bitch. But my dad, no, he went through it.
Through it.
Those
So-
are some of my favorite videos online.
That's
Kids
what I was gonna
slamming
say.
into glass.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Literally, kids running into glass or
That's the
even
one
adults.
with the Spider-Man actor.
Yes.
That is one of the best ones.
Bonk. But at least that's ridiculous heavy duty safety glass, not like front door pane glass.
No.
I'll
Yeah.
never not laugh at that.
And now you know why it's called pane glass.
Yes.
Yeah, it's puns. That's
Window
why.
pane.
Yep.
What got me though was wasn't the bonk, it was the crying right afterwards.
But the sound of the kid running into it is hilarious.
Spider-Man!
It's like bonk. It's hilarious. If I can find it, I'll put it on the screen. Yeah. So, because we do have the rare occasion of comments actually to read, I'm going to go through this. So, I don't know who Doug Stanhope 9 is, but he's just subscribed and he decided to comment like a motherfucker on the 2024 top 10 lists. And don't get me wrong, I don't mind having comments, but this dude left a lot of comments.
Wow.
Yeah. So, the earliest one was just commenting for a better reach, which is great. Then he said, hey, did you do top 10 lists last year? If yes, tell me the episode number. So I had to look it up, and that was me doing 2023 top 10s by myself, because at that point I had no co-hosts anymore. Then he says, check out Mr. In Between and Quarry, I guess because he was throwing out TV show ideas. I've heard of Mr. In Between. Some people like it, some people don't. He said, yes, I agree with Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It ain't funny. My favorite funny TV show is Letterkenny. So, you know. Fucking embarrassing! Sorry, I had to hit a button that was Letterkenny. And then he also says, also check out Final Space, which I think I've heard of, but I don't know what that is. And then he said, Shorzy and Demon Slayer sucked. And I said, and just like that, I stopped reading your comments. I was like, dude, how can you like Letterkenny and not like Shorzy? That makes no fucking sense. Now, you can like Letterkenny and have not bothered to watch Shorzy.
I don't know. I think the character growth in Shorzy was better than Letterkenny.
Yeah, I still say that Letterkenny is a better series overall as a show than Letterkenny. Letterkenny is funny, and I like.
You said Letterkenny twice.
Yes, I did. I said Shorzy's better than
No,
Letterkenny.
you said Letterkenny twice.
I don't care anymore.
Anyway,
but
we
says,
translated. We got you.
But it says movies I would recommend: Divide 2011. The year is 2011, so the movies divide. Resurrection in 2023. Okay. Chuck Steele. I haven't heard of any of this shit. Also, I don't remember asking for TV recommendations or movie recommendations, but hey, here we are.
Hey, we're getting comments. They help.
That's comments. TV series recommendations.
So Doug Stanhope?
It says Doug Stanhope 9. I know Doug Stanhope is a comedian,
Yeah.
but I don't think Doug Stanhope would be on watching our channel leaving a bunch of ridiculous
Either that or
fucking
he's
comments.
just really bored.
But also it's like Doug Stanhope 9. I was like, okay. But it says TV series, Mr. In Between, Preacher,
Preacher was good.
Quarry, Letterkenny. I don't know why he's saying Letterkenny.
To be fair.
You know, we're massive fans of Letterkenny here.
A little bit.
And then he's another show, I'm a Virgo, and then Castlevania. I assume he means the anime on Netflix, which I've thought about watching, but then I'm like, I'm lazy.
Same.
I mean, I have picked up some.
Is it basically a dramatization of the video game?
I mean, it's an expansion of the story.
Okay.
I mean, it's just there's so much story and lore behind Castlevania series, but also it's like half the time you're not even really following any Belmont character. You're actually just following Dracula.
Yeah.
It's like it's about him and him fighting off this. Like, in a way, it's like what the hell is the show?
What, Renfield?
No, it's another anime, and my brain just went wonky. It'll come. Back.
Moving on.
Yes, it'll come to me.
Where's the drop? Where's the boy?
Yep. I still need to fix that. So either way, I guess the only real news we have for this week is the fact that there's no eggs. Chicken eggs are very expensive all of a sudden.
And they go through their cycles, especially in the winter. I personally have not been affected by this. Dad has a ton of new young hens, and they're laying like crazy. He's bringing eggs to the Legion, giving them away. He can't give them away fast enough right
I'll
now.
take some by all means. Send us a dozen.
When I get some more, I'll bring you some.
Yeah. Well, I just bought 18.
Because every once in a while, he'll bring me an entire box.
Yeah.
With like 12 dozen in there, and I can't give them away.
We got people that do the same thing, so I'm like, I'm not hurting for eggs.
So I'll make way too many deviled eggs, and we'll just do deviled eggs, a little bit of charcuterie, and that'll be dinner.
And then everyone pays for it the next morning.
Oh yes,
yeah. Well,
and that would be my dog because she's stuck in the car with me.
Oh God.
Yeah. But basically, we went grocery shopping. No, you're fine. But we went grocery shopping I went grocery shopping just to grab some little things we needed here and there, paper towels, stuff like that, and went over by the dairy section. Literally 0 eggs. All of it was gone. Huh. All of it. Not a single thing. The only thing that was left was the liquid eggs already.
Well, they rolled through that. Was it a year and a half or 2 years ago where they were having issues with the feed? Producers Pride and some of the major feed manufacturers weren't putting in the appropriate things, and it was limiting even home growers' egg productions.
Yes, but this has nothing to necessarily do with that. This has to do with the fact that they killed dozens of millions of chickens 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Due to avian flu. And because it takes a minute for chickens to get to the point of laying eggs, because, they also, the fact that they wasted the chickens, they just culled them.
Yeah.
They didn't kill them and break them down for meat or anything. They just killed them to prevent the spread of bird flu. It's like, you realize the only reason it happens is because of factory farming. It wouldn't happen otherwise. Yep. Normal people rarely have this problem, but the factory farms have it ridiculous.
Oh, we won't have that problem. Once we're built, set up, fences go in, I'm doing a permanent chicken coop, and I'm going to have, dozen or so. That's it.
We need a flux capacitor. But either way, basically what's happening right now is that as I'm reading from the New York Times, not the best fucking newspaper, but it is what it is. Egg prices are high. They're likely going to go higher, which, by the way, I paid about $7 for 18 eggs.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right, Dad, keep it coming.
Yeah. So avian influenza has led to a shortage of eggs and wholesale prices that are through the roof. Consumers can expect to feel the pain for a while. So by Julie Cresswell.
Honestly, Dad gives them away to folks at the Legion. I think he needs to start charging at least $3 a dozen or so.
A little bit. Yeah, charge a little bit.
Where'd you go?
HEB.
Okay.
Right here. Yeah, I mean, they got eggs back in stock, but it was less, and they're limiting how many you can buy.
Yeah.
I know Walmart's doing it, too.
We went somewhere. I can't remember where it was. I guess it's Kroger, but it was like $3.
I mean, what a day right now where deviled eggs is now a luxury item.
Yeah.
When it's one of the simple, cheapest, best things you could eat.
Exactly. All right. So as Julie writes here, on a trip to Walmart in Ozark, Missouri in early January, so this was written on the 24th, so just last week, Laura Modrell was surprised to see shoppers standing around and gasping at the grocery store's dairy section. I mean, literally, that's exactly what happened to me. Walked up, everybody just staring at the blank shelves.
Where are the eggs?
Yeah, literally. Said all the normal size egg cartons were practically gone, and some elderly people were getting really upset because, elderly people do love them some eggs. Them and bodybuilders. I blame the bodybuilders mostly. Across country, shoppers and grocery stores are facing empty shelves and higher prices for what traditionally has been an inexpensive source of protein, eggs. Because, I mean, shit, a dozen was like $1.50 on the high end. By the way, I didn't see prices for a dozen, just saw the prices for the dozen and a half. So, I don't know why I said it that way. Just that's how my brain went. Volatile egg prices have been a part of the grocery shopping experience, partly because of inflation, but also because of an avian or influenza or bird flu that made its way to the United States in 2022, supposedly. Caused by the H1N1 virus, has infected and killed 136 million birds so far.
Whoa.
Now, I don't know how much that represents technically. Oh, wait, I guess if I keep reading it would tell me that. But the outbreak has recently intensified. I have heard about this, that they're having to do a lot more even right now. More than 30 million chickens, roughly 10% of the nation's egg-laying population, has been killed in just the last 3 months to prevent the spread of the disease. I mean, maybe if you spread them the fuck out instead of keeping them all tight together where disease can spread like wildfire, maybe that would help. But it could take months for the supply of egg-laying chickens returns to normal. Hold on, what? Could take months before the supply of egg-laying chickens returns, to the normal level around 318 million. That's how many we're supposed to have.
Well, you've seen how they hatch out chickens, how the big farms process. They can get a lot of chicks incubating and hatching at one time.
Not if they kill all the ones that lay them.
Well, they
it takes
still
a
have
minute.
stock,
Yeah.
But anyway,
but they had to kill all of them, babies or not. So if you had to wipe out an entire fucking generation of chickens, it's still going to take a little time.
They're having to wait to basically use the egg production they're having now to make more chickens.
Yeah.
And
yeah, they have to make more chickens than they can make eggs.
It's going to take, like they said, 3 or 4 months, and the chickens start laying at about 7 or 8 months.
Yeah. Yeah. But like you said, they still have to reproduce to keep going, because they also make the money when they slaughter the chickens. They make the money for selling chickens to other places, including just normies.
Because they don't let chickens get too old.
Yeah. They're only like a couple years at best.
Max.
Yeah.
Max,
at best. And that's if they just don't have.
Usually it's, 9 months to a year.
Yeah. But I mean, they had the same problem where they were slaughtering cows because the bird flu spreads to the fucking cows, and then they got to slaughter all the cows and waste the meat too. I was like, you mean the meat that would just get cooked?
Yeah, I'm going to cook the shit out of that and eat it.
But I guess the problem with that is all the butchers along the way and everybody who has to handle the raw meat can get infected, I guess, in theory. But I think that they're tinfoil hat. They already have to they're already choosing to inoculate animals for quote unquote COVID all the time. So God knows what else they're also inoculating them for that apparently doesn't fucking work if you're having massive bird flu outbreaks.
And once again, I'm justified in my prepper mindset. Be ready for the absolute worst and hope for the best.
Well, the problem is not everybody has a place to put a chicken.
True.
Like in an apartment complex. Though I don't know why we couldn't. I mean,
just a pet.
No. I argued before, like, if something were to fucking happen, barricade the fucking gates, turn that whole center section out there where the dog run is, turn that one into a garden, one into a chicken run, and then every year switch it.
Well, see, but that's the thing.
And do a public garden.
If basic services, power, etc., was gone, it'd take 3 days for people in this complex to start turning on each other.
Well,
it'd be that short.
In a city like New York, they would start eating each other.
But the mindset, if you have something that I don't, that I want, I'm going to take it from you. Even though you're the one that, spent all the money and time and work to make sure you had what you needed, because you have it and I don't, I'm going to take it from you.
And that's why I live on the
3
top
days
floor, where I can defend.
I've told you about
position.
I've told you about that book series, Going Home.
No.
A Period American. It describes
Period American.
As Angry American is the author pseudonym, but it describes in detail how things will break down and how people are going to react, and how society in general is going to break up into its own little cliques. And
well, yeah, we already knew that.
Oh, it's good. It's a good read.
Hunger Games.
Exactly, in a very literal sense.
With more guns.
Yeah, you weren't allowed to have guns in the Hunger Games. Actually, Shaun was asking me about the Hunger Games the other day because he didn't understand how the fuck the world got that way.
Yeah,
I was like, they kind of explain it, but then they don't.
Let Biden keep getting elected.
Exactly. Let's see here. Oh yeah, literally it says right there, grocery stores and restaurants are now paying around $7 for a dozen of eggs. So you can imagine that that breakfast places costs are all going to go through.
I'm just going to roll in with a dozen eggs. Hell, trade you.
Exactly right. Oh yeah. So right here it says paying around $7 for a dozen, a record level up from $2.25 last fall. So that'll
kick your 3-egg breakfast platter and everything up to about $18 now.
Yeah. Like, I mean, think about it. Any place that has to serve fucking breakfast tacos with eggs, they ain't gonna have many eggs.
I'm not gonna eat a $20 omelet.
Nope. No. I mean, unless it's like a, ostrich.
I got a breakfast
crab.
Sonic this morning.
Yeah,
Lobster.
right. Crab. That's not a chicken. Well, what we just need to do is learn how.
No crab in the omelet, dummy.
Yeah, I know. Well, how does
chicken of the sea?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the other part. I mean, because the price of chicken's going to go up too, not just the eggs. I mean, because they can't slaughter them until they're done fucking
I got
making up for the egg loss.
5-pack of good sized chicken breast yesterday for $15.
Yeah. Remember when it was 7?
7.
Yeah. Not that long ago. Luckily, actually, no, we already ate through the chicken breast I had. The only thing we have in there is tenders because I was going to do a fried chicken night.
So you're saying that I needed to go home and look at the package of chicken breast that we got for last night. I should have looked at it for this moment.
Yeah.
I threw the damn thing away. Maybe I can go look at it when I get
find
home.
your receipt.
Yes.
But basically, chicken apocalypse basically is what's happening, and that's not good. So hopefully, and Trump can't fix that one because that's just a thing. That's
gotta
just
wait.
time.
It's time.
It's just time. But I mean, I think that the factory farming industry needs to change to help prevent these things. And I don't mean by fucking throwing more meds and hormones at chickens to make them grow faster, because that's all it's going to turn into right now. Which I think. So you mentioned the feed problem, right? Mm-hmm. I bet to make up for the culling, they had to pump them full of so many hormones they didn't develop properly enough to have solid eggs.
Dad got affected by it. The way he got around it was he started raising mealworms in bulk, multiple trays and containers, and that helped him get through it.
Yeah.
He was cutting grass, breaking it.
Chickens are omnivores.
He'd cut his grass. He'd put wouldn't mulch it. He'd discharge it. He'd rake up all the fresh grass, throw it in there, and
well, hell, feed them some mice.
Anything.
They're omnivores.
Chickens will eat anything.
They're fucking omnivores. It's crazy. They will fucking tear up a mouse.
There are people now that
dinosaurs.
are cultivating and culling the soldier fly larva, and they have these awesome multi-tiered systems that they feed on organic matter, and when they drop the larva, they climb upward on these ramps and then drop into buckets. So they basically these little grubs, and they keep harvesting those over and over and tossing them.
Yeah,
they're doing the Asian beetle. They're Asian beetle traps. People are harvesting hundreds and thousands of them into buckets. When they die, they just scatter them out like feed.
Yep. Or they sell certain ones to make red dye number 5.
There are so many different ways you can augment your feed if you have enough room and you're clever enough.
Yeah. Well, that's one reason why I mentioned the Klux capacitor, if you've never heard of it. Thomas Massey invented it.
Okay.
It's a roving chicken pen.
Oh, it's a chicken tractor.
Yeah. But it's completely electric, runs off a Tesla battery, and it moves about a foot a day. So it's just moving across the pasture very slowly so that they're not eating the same area. They're digging out the property. And if he's smart, he'd have a goat one like 20 yards behind it, like moving at the same pace.
There are farmers that do that. They have rows in between their gardens, big, huge multi-acre gardens. And they'll have chickens, goats and pigs all in pens hooked up together, and they hook up the tractor and they drag it its own length every day.
Yeah.
And so the chickens eat all the pests. They fertilize the ground. The goats do the same thing, eat everything the chickens
and they till it too.
And the hogs in the back till everything up.
Yeah.
And they basically skip rows.
Yeah.
And they'll just move that over every year.
Yeah. But that's one reason why
it's really cool.
That's why the Klux capacitor is, and he named it that, by the way, because he's an engineer and a nerd. But the reason why that's cool is it's totally automated. It runs on its own. Yeah, it's just got electric motors holding the whole pin up at every corner, and it just moves. But I forget if it's on like a big pivot, like it's moving in a circle or not, or I forgot exactly how it does it, because you're not going to steer the motherfucker. It's a chicken.
Yeah, does it have to go down at least one way and come back?
Yeah. But I mean, over time, like I said, it's moving like a foot a day on a fast day, and it's solar powered or just
it's a coop mover basically.
Yeah.
I was looking to build the same thing over at the farm with just dragging it with a buggy.
Yes, but once again, that's you having to put in the effort versus it moves itself.
Yeah.
But that's me building the entire coop for $400 versus $2,500 coop.
Yes, but this is a set it and forget it. And if he does it just right, if he can make it to where it plucks the feathers and cooks a chicken on rotisserie, so it's literal, and scrambles your own eggs for you, that'd be great.
No, you open the hood, you see some Asian guy. You go now, leave me alone.
I think I could be wrong. I think he mentioned that there's like a gap, like right on below the fence, like right below where they roost, so that the eggs just basically are dropped and you can just pick them up as it goes.
There are also different roosting boxes you can do that have that inbuilt. They roll the eggs back into basically a big drawer.
Yeah.
Which is how I was going to build anyway.
What's more important is having an active sewer system in there so they're not just constantly on top of their own shit, which is how this fucking bird flu shit
that's
happens.
A small belt with the small little scraper blade at the end, and simple, easy.
Yes, or you have it on like a weird, I don't know, Timcast invented one for their massive chicken coop that the first iteration didn't work the way it was supposed to because of the way where they built it, the slope was wrong. Mm-hmm. But I think they redid it to where basically like as they're dropping in their sleep for the most part, it's like rolling downhill, and then I forget where the water source is coming from that's basically continually moving the shit away and then putting it to a place where it basically gets sprayed out over the grass as fertilizer.
See, you got all this in my head now. I'm going to end up doing stupid shit. I got a robot in my house.
We already know you're going to do stupid shit.
I'm gearing my yard to be mowed by a robot lawnmower.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to have a robot chicken coop moving around. They're going to take over.
Exactly. Exactly. So, before we get too much further into anything else, I know you did the homework. Did you get around to it?
Sandman.
Yes.
Okay, good.
So you did get your Sandman episodes
Yeah, it's
in.
freaking awesome.
Okay, so
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. I was
okay,
gonna say.
so boys. Okay, so Sandman episode 2 and 3.
Yes.
Last week we missed it. It's fine. So y'all go talk.
Gregory.
Gregory.
That hurt. That was sad.
Yes.
Yeah,
That was very sad.
they killed the dog.
Yes.
And the brothers thing, that was
Yeah,
it's
Cain
a
and Abel.
fucked
Holy
up-
crap.
Cain and Abel. Yes.
It pisses him off and kills him each day, or doesn't
Well, he
matter
ju-
what time of day, it just kills
He's
him.
still my brother. I still love him. I know we can't help it. It's just the way he is.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Then he wakes up. He's like, oh, yeah, he didn't mean to do it. And
Thanks,
it's in his
thanks
nature.
for not
I'm like,
burying
what
me
the
so
hell?
deep this time.
Yes.
Yeah. No, Cain and Abel. Like, I love that they have these fully fleshed out characters.
What did he name the baby one? Evan?
Irving.
Yeah.
Irving.
Irving.
And then it's Gervin.
Irving.
It has to start with a G.
I'll call him Gerving.
No, they end up naming him Goldie. So episode 2 and 3 is him getting his sand back.
Yeah.
So his first journey to regaining his tools.
Yep.
So he gets back to the dreaming. And did you see what I was talking about with Lucienne? How like she's got like the pointy ears
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So she's not human by any means. She is technically a dream.
Dude, the casting for Constantine was spot on.
Constantine.
Whatever.
Constantine. Yeah.
Yeah.
They casted her well.
Yes, that's what I said. It's like I forgive it. I forgive the fact that they went with Joanna Constantine instead of John Constantine.
It's got the
Yes.
same feel of who's that chick that starred across from Luke Cage in the series?
That's
Jessica Jones.
Yeah,
She's got the same kind of feel.
Kristen Ritter is
Yeah.
who you're talking about. Which I just watched a movie with her in it. I'll talk about that now in a minute. But no, I love her, the chick who played her, and her name is escaping me, from Doctor Who, because she was his assistant for a couple of years.
Which one? Which doctor?
Yeah, there's several.
Tail into Matt Smith and then into Peter Capaldi.
Okay.
That was Clara.
Okay, so I remember the
That's
blonde chick and the older redhead.
Yeah, you never got past
Nope.
David Tennant. That's why.
I like David Tennant.
I know, but you never got past it. So, Dream sets out to get his sand back, but he needs some power first. And the only way to do that is to recover anything that's left in the dreaming that he created, which turns out to be Gregory, who's a gargoyle.
And
which,
he needed the power.
yep, so he absorbs Gregory to the.
And Gregory just accepts and owns it.
but he
Just
still
like,
did the sad boy eyes. Right
I
as he
understand,
died.
but I'm not happy about it.
Yeah, that was the sad boy eyes though that everybody gets because he was a gargoyle, but he basically looked like a dragon horse. Yeah,
Yeah, it looked like yeah,
and
dragon dog.
yeah, dragon dog. He had a dog house.
Yeah,
Dude, somebody built that doghouse.
really.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a real thing. Like that was a real prop. I was
Oh,
like,
that's cool.
where is that
I
doghouse?
want that.
I do too. It's so, and it's like gilded and everything.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's
columns.
awesome. Yeah. So we meet Cain and Abel. Great characters. I mean, can you imagine this? Totally fleshed out characters, and you only see them for roughly 6 minutes, and you know everything about them.
Yeah.
They're Cain and they're Abel. They've been there forever. God knows why they're there. And Cain kills Abel every day. And he always resurrects.
Must be in a good mood. He didn't bury
He
me
didn't beat
as
me very deep
today.
this time. Yeah.
Two separate homes and everything.
He can't be
Yeah.
that bad.
Yeah. and then Abel is like super nice, and Cain is smart and a dickhead who just randomly goes evil and kills his brother every day. So, okay, cool.
Or you're annoying. Die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what about.
I don't know. Abel was kind of a. He seems like it could get tiresome.
And I know both of those actors from other series too.
Yeah.
The guy playing Cain has been in so many fucking things. I forget his name, but he's been in so many things. He's a, I believe, Indian actor. And okay, so he has to get this power back so he can summon the Fates.
That was a neat scene.
That was fucking cool. The three who are one.
They just popping in and out,
Yeah.
talking over each other. It was great.
Yeah, the maid, the crone, and I forgot what the other one is. The one in the middle.
They just kept yelling. You've already asked the question.
Yes.
Yeah, stop fucking asking us again, asshole. He's like, sorry. It's like,
When all three of them were yelling, it was.
Yeah.
Of course, I had my earbuds in. It was cranked up. I was like, ah,
yeah.
yes.
Exactly. So he needs to find out where all of his stuff is, but because he doesn't plan out his questions very well,
He doesn't know exactly where to go.
Yeah, but
They
Lucienne,
kept trying to follow
Yeah.
up.
yeah, and Lucienne's like, they don't always tell you what the thing you need to know. It's like, yo, but I still need to know something. You know, I was like, what demon has it? Why the fuck do you keep asking more questions? The fact they kept answering his questions after that is like they're being very nice with Dream, and I would not have been.
Well, they brought him. He brought them nice things.
He brought her. Or brought them
The
snake.
swallowing the snake.
Yeah, that
thing
was interesting.
Nuts.
And by the way, did you notice they change actresses between cuts
Yep.
for the snake? No, when they're swallowing the snake, it changes.
Oh yeah.
It starts with the youngest and goes to the middle one whenever they cut back.
Yeah,
to
they
her.
did really good.
Yeah, like so that's and also Indian actresses as well for that scene or for them. So that was cool. So he finds out where his sand is, which is with Constantine.
Then you meet one of my favorite characters, Matthew.
Yes.
Of course, you like Matthew.
I like
I like
Matthew.
Matthew. That's awesome.
I like Ravens.
Yes.
And he seems like he's going to be a very entertaining smartass the entire.
Well,
I like him. He cracks me up.
one thing I had forgotten is that Matthew had just died as a human and came back to life as a raven in the dreaming. I forgot about that till I did the rewatch this time. Even the last time I watched it 2 weeks ago, I completely missed that. I must have been doing something. But who is voicing Matthew?
Is that Tudyk?
No.
Who?
It's Patton Oswalt.
Whoa, really?
Okay, how do you not recognize the voice? There's the only
I don't watch a lot with Patton Oswalt.
He's the only one who sounds
douche.
like that. He's the only one who sounds like that. Yeah,
Still, it was good casting for that role.
Yes. So the Dream doesn't want a new Raven. He misses Jessime.
Of course he does.
Yeah,
But
I
she
mean,
got
that was his
splattered,
chick.
scattered, and chunked.
Yeah, unfortunately. I hope they at least ate her, make it worth it.
Was that a Waffle House order?
Yes, it was. You just ordered your hash browns.
Scattered and no, that's after.
She was definitely scattered and smothered. But so he goes to London to go find Constantine. And I like the whole demon.
That was neat.
The demon scene.
Where you heard the princess just screaming her head off, but it was the other dude.
Yeah. The exorcism going on.
They just ripped him apart.
Yeah, so much for the host and everything. He's dead.
The fist coming out of the mouth.
Yeah.
You're
ripping
like,
him apart.
What the hell?
It's like, well, okay. Well, it wasn't the princess, so that's good. It's like,
And after she does, she's like, okay, who do I charge?
who do I bill?
Who do I invoice? Yeah.
And she literally says, I'm tripling my fee because the princess lived.
Yep.
Yeah. And like, so she does operate very similar to Constantine, even though gender swapped.
Yeah, that's what it is. It might just been the British pronunciation as well versus aluminum and aluminum.
No, because Constantine, the one we know of, that's how he says his name.
Okay.
However, there's a mockery of this in the big Flareoverse crossover for Crisis on Infinite Earths, because Lucifer, the series, is in that universe too. So at some point, Constantine has to come visit Lucifer for access to hell, and he calls him Constantine just to annoy him.
Does he call himself Lucifer?
No, but he knows that he doesn't like being called Constantine, so he does it on purpose.
Oh, okay.
So I think
it's an Easter egg.
I think it's a dig. Yeah. Well, this came out before that.
Yeah.
So I think that's a dig at how he doesn't want to be called Constantine. He wants to be called Constantine.
Yeah.
Or vice versa. Or it's just some people call him that and some people don't. But just that whole scene of him coming down there, and then the old homeless lady basically saying, hey, he's back. Who? The Lord of Dreams, and he's looking for
neat.
you. Because she said she's like 200 some odd years old.
Or
So
304, something like that.
yeah, so she's another immortal person for some reason. Because I think he even mentions her name again later.
I've known the Lord of Dreams for centuries.
Yeah. So, yeah, he shows up literally right after that. She has no fucking clue who he is. And it's not until the demon turns around and says, thanks for remembering my name, Lord Morpheus.
Yeah.
It's like, why do you think this weird dude is following you? Yeah. Yeah. And she's like, why do you think this weird motherfucker is following you in here? But also,
he is kind of creepy emo. Like a nice creepy emo, but creepy emo.
Yeah. But the funny thing is, well, no, that would be spoilers. Never mind. Not going to finish that statement. It's not.
We're not there yet.
Well, he has mentioned already that he dealt with a Constantine before. So we see some of that later in the series.
Then you get to the girl's ex when they go back and find the sand.
Yeah. And this reminded me of the movie Seven, by the way. Did anybody else get that vibe? It was like the movie Seven. Whenever they, you know which one I'm talking about. Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman, Kevin Spacey.
What's in the box?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It reminds me of the scene where they come to the guy who's basically been starved to death.
Yeah, in the bed and everything. And it's just,
Literally, that's what it
She was
reminded me.
holding the bag and literally kept in dream the entire time. It was just wasting away.
Yes, yeah.
But not even that, projecting dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like
Before
Joanna,
she even
It
got
looked
to the
like it
door.
aged her as well.
Yes.
well, because she'd been laying there for like several years.
Yeah.
Sucked
The
the life
dream
out of her.
in the sand was keeping her alive.
That's all that was keeping her alive.
Literally, yeah. And it was sad. That was a really sad scene.
But he gave her
A nice,
something, the last thing she saw.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
pleasant. Yes.
gave her a nice dream. He took pity
There
on
could
her.
be worse ways to go.
Yeah.
But and that scene was important for Dream because basically after being treated like a piece of shit by humans for over 100 years, he has no sympathy for anybody and
Yeah.
he wants his shit back because his world's been wrecked because of what some fucking humans did. So now he
summoned
wants
him and captured him, and
he wants his shit back. So, and I'm trying to remember, this?
we didn't even touch on the byplay between the blonde lady and her kid.
That's what I was getting.
Yeah.
At. Yeah. So
And where have I seen Jonathan? Johnny?
John,
Where have we seen him before?
everywhere.
Harry Potter. He was in
Yes.
Harry Potter.
He was in Harry Potter. He was in Wonder
Was
Woman.
he wasn't he Lupin?
Yes.
Okay.
Professor Lupin.
So I remember characters.
Yes, and his name is escaping me right now, but I will get it.
English hair, wrinkle face. Gotcha.
Something is it? Something Thulis. Is Edward Thulis? No, something Thulis. You're right.
Okay.
Either way, but no. And also getting more detail on the Corinthian. Boyd Holbrook's character when he comes to visit.
Oh yeah.
Ethel, when he
I
comes
almost
to
forgot about him. He
Yeah.
just pops up so randomly. He's almost.
Yeah, because
But he was a nightmare.
he was one of the worst nightmares. So
One of the eyeless.
So in episode 1, that he was coming to collect the Corinthian and started to whenever he got stolen and sealed. So he's been free for like well over 100 years, just doing whatever the fuck he wants on Earth, murdering people.
It's almost like they did a really good job following multiple storylines
Yeah.
in the same couple episodes.
Yeah, and the only thing that's weird is keeping up with where they are. They do show you, but like your brain slips on it.
Yeah.
Because they're in New York. Like so, Dream is in London getting his sand back. Corinthian's in New York dealing with Ethel and John.
Yeah.
So and I think
That was a good scene.
And then through episode 3 is after she gave John the protection amulet.
the ruby.
No,
No,
not
he
the
didn't get
ruby.
the ruby.
No, he gave him the
Oh
amulet of
the
protection.
protection.
He
And-
has
and
the
she
ruby
just started aging immediately
because it was keeping her alive for like 115 years.
But holy crap, the rebound and repercussions of the protection amulet are insane.
When the fucking guard shoots at him,
And it-
he's like, "Please don't."
Just
Yeah.
splat.
He's literally saying, "Don't shoot
Don't
at
do
me."
anything.
Please don't do that. Please.
Yeah, and then because we saw what happened to the Corinthian when it happened, and he actually ended up popping back up in the dreaming.
Yeah.
And then he's
Lucy's
like,
like,
"Fuck this,"
"Welcome
and then
back."
leaves.
Yeah.
It's like because without Dream there, no one can lock him down.
Right.
So he just fucking walks off again. It's like,
And he just left, and
Yeah.
he shows up.
yep. And then seeing the guards, especially the two in the elevator, because they shot.
God,
at
it
him
was
while
a mess.
the elevator just, and you hear the fucking sound, especially with headphones. I bet it sounded squishy as hell.
Yeah.
And then he just comes down and he's wearing his fucking nighties, just his fucking housewear, and flip or
cold.
house shoes.
Yeah, Corinthians.
Yeah.
Like, you let your jacket. It's cold out here.
Yeah,
Sure,
and he-
it's a nice jacket.
dude. And for some reason, like that outfit is like both extremely threatening and extremely non-threatening at the same time. Because what psychopath is walking around in his basically his night dress and a jacket out in the fucking
And a nice
cold.
white jacket. Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Cream, whatever it is.
it's like a brown actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but then he is also just in his fucking house shoes. He's not even wearing real shoes.
Yeah, that's true crazy.
Yeah, and like no, what's real crazy is the next episode. Like there's some. I'm not going to tell you much more, but like when you start learning a lot more about John as a character and how he just seems so nice and innocent half the time, and then you hear. I mean, they went into it with Ethel basically saying like, not only did you steal the ruby, you killed so many people with it, and also he learned how to modify.
Yeah,
the
how do you
ruby.
modify it? How do you alter
That only he can use it.
Yeah, well, mind you, he was the son of a sorcerer.
Yes.
I mean, they had access to those books at some point.
And he is a little crazy.
it? Yeah.
Very crazy. I mean, realistically. I mean, his mom has been faking her existence for over 100 years, stealing stuff and selling it for millions upon millions of dollars for people all over the place. I liked her collection.
Not a thief, she's a broker.
She's a broker. She steals the shit. But that whole scene when Corinthian, like, sneaks in and then they just have that conversation and like, the whole time you're like, is he going to kill her or is she whatever? And then he goes to kill her and then it backfires immediately. So, but that was cool. But yeah, no, I was like, this show is so fucking well done. Like rewatching it again and then again because you guys didn't catch up.
I'll probably wait for Friday or Saturday to watch the next one.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do I need to double up or is it just a single?
No, double up the next two.
Okay.
Well, I may be going forward with a little bit more because, I got everybody else interested.
Oh, you're
everybody in the house is like sitting down and watching. What's going on? It's like, well, we have to wait.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So, I mean, if you just wait till Saturday or Sunday.
Did you ever get any more Vox Machina watched?
No.
I figured that I'm not bothering about that until he gets around to saying he's watched it. So,
speaking of watching, have you been keeping up on the lists?
Hold on. I still have questions about Sandman.
Okay, backtrack.
Yeah, go backtrack. We're not done with Sandman yet.
Okay.
So,
damn it.
I was trying to, but I was letting someone else talk for
Shut
a
up,
minute. And then you interrupted the person who was talking. No, exactly. No, so far we have a cast of roughly 5 or 6 characters and a Raven. So as it goes, who's your kind of favorite-ish person going on right now? I mean, you're 3 episodes in.
Well, you know mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For all the good that's going to do you.
But I like Ravens.
Yeah, well. Spoilers, he ain't gonna be around very long.
Shut up. Bastard!
He just doesn't stick around very long. He's there to do what he's got to do.
Yeah.
He doesn't die. He just goes and
just fucks off, huh?
I assume he gets to go rest. Actually, I don't know if we ever addressed what happens.
I do like the Constantine character.
Yeah.
She's really good.
And knowing the history and everything about with comics and everything, she's going to be around for a little bit because the way she is.
Yeah, and I hope, I mean, mind you, it's been a really long time since season 1 ended, and season 2's coming supposedly this summer.
Oh, nice.
So, and they have to really, really continue this fucking story because we haven't even gotten to our primary antagonist yet. We've only gotten to the Corinthian and John D.
Oh, so we haven't got to the big bad.
Yeah. And it's not until the end of episode 5. No. Episode 6. Episode 6 finally introduces new major characters. Like I said, episode 6 is my favorite. It's by far the best episode so far in the series.
So the next 2, I'm assuming, will be getting back as Helm and as Ruby.
Yes.
They're going to hell.
So
they are going to hell.
Yes.
Fuck it, let's go to hell.
Yes.
Sorry, that was funny.
No, it is. Yeah. Fuck it. Let's go to hell.
Yep.
And then he disappears into the thing. So this is why I said doubling up is actually kind of good because it completes the stories. So episode 3 and what is episode 4? Oh, no, you don't have.
But we're gonna.
No. Hold on. I'm trying to remember. So the hell episode. Okay. Yes. What is episode
4 is the next one.
That's where they go to hell.
I'm gonna watch.
Okay, yeah. So 4
You're
and
probably
5
ahead of me already.
Okay, no.
No.
Okay, no. 4 and 5 is the conclusion to this story arc. So yes, that works. Okay. Sorry, I had to think about where it stops because it runs together so seamlessly that there's not like a main story break until episode 6. So it jumped from the end of episode 5 to the beginning of episode 6. There's a nice break.
Okay.
So 4 and 5 is the end of this chunk of story, and then it moves on. But so yeah, that's good. That is real good. Yeah, the hell episode is really good. Episode 5 is a masterclass in storytelling.
Oh, cool.
And like it'll remind you of like a supernatural episode.
Nice.
Like there's a couple episodes that are very similar to it.
Pudding.
Yes, not that one. But it does. The only thing I can say is like with binging it, it does feel like it wraps up really fast. Like you lose a bit of the you lose a little bit of the pacing that is built into a weekly show. So
Well, it took me 2 days to watch this last episode.
Yeah, so
because everybody was interrupting me.
Yeah.
But then
hey, what is this? Is it good?
Then they sat down and started watching. I was like, oh, who's the next one? It's like too freaking late. So we're,
Yep. Y'all watch it on your own.
Yeah.
It's like I'm watching it for homework right now.
Oh,
So-
I get it. Hell, yesterday or the day before, I was doing something in the kitchen cleaning, and I'm listening to one of my audiobooks.
Yeah.
Really intense scene, and everybody just wants to keep talking to me. Shut up, leave me alone. Then they got mad when I put in my earbuds.
Yep.
I'm busy. Leave me alone.
yeah, I did that at the house. Everybody's trying to watch a movie. Everybody talks over each other. Pause. Next.
Yeah.
You don't need to talk. What's
It's basically like you need a set of
Or-
headphones just for the
I was
TV.
sitting
Yeah.
there one morning. I had like 15 minutes left in an audiobook that my father-in-law had read the book to, and he kept interrupting me over and over and over inside of a 15, 20-minute window.
That's annoying.
And he said, well, have you finished that book yet? And I paused it again. Well, I'm fucking trying.
Yeah.
I've been trying for the past 20 minutes. I've got 10 minutes left.
Yeah. I mean, that happens with us too. Like, I'll be watching something and I'll be 20 minutes into a show and then Jessica starts asking me questions. Pause. Okay, answer the question. Go back to watching. Immediately starts talking as soon as it's on pause. I'm like, just ask me everything you want to ask me right now. It's like, I don't do this to you when you're watching a show. Like, unless I have to.
And half the time I'm sitting there and I start out by myself.
Yeah.
Completely quiet, not bothering anybody. Yeah. And then they come in and start just bugging me.
Yeah.
I didn't ask you to come in here and start talking to me.
Now they get mad if you bug them, but if they bug you, it's got to be.
Do we need a sign?
Just like
do not disturb. Just hold
like
it up.
crazy horn lady, you know?
What?
The fucking cunt that was blowing the horn at the fucking house.
Yeah. You said crazy horn lady. I'm like, at the Renaissance? What?
Yeah.
What
I was like,
yeah,
wait a minute.
I was like, wait, are we talking? Are we talking Sandman again? No.
T, F, and K.
Yes. So,
C, actually,
anything else you've managed?
I can't word.
Anything else you've consumed digitally in the last week?
Oh yeah.
What do you got?
Have you been keeping up on the lists?
What list? Your Marvel stuff. No,
yes.
I'm not.
Holy
do I need to pull it up?
Here,
Hold on.
Here.
I'll pull it up. I can pull it up right here. I want to see.
I've been busy.
Okay, so let me go see what your ratings are. Jefe's Marvel rankings. What do we got here? Okay, so you added the next few in there. Good.
What do you mean the next few?
Movies.
I've got a lot of them in there.
No, that's what I'm saying. You added the next few.
I keep going, and they've got scores.
Yes, and you put actual decimal points.
I decimal.
Oh, the code broke somewhere.
I'm down to what?
I got to fix the code.
I got 15
it broke.
or so movies so far.
Yeah, the ranking code broke somehow on my end. You didn't touch anything on the second page, did you?
No.
Okay, for some reason the ranking code broke. I have to figure that out. I don't know what the hell happened.
But anyway, you can at least look at the scores.
I'm going to look in a second. It would override data in D7. What? Well, because, I have it set up to automatically rank everything you bring in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but
I've only been
something
touching
broke it.
I've only been adding and touching 2 fields.
Why did it say D?
Careful what you're touching.
Why does it say it messes up something in D7? D7 is not. Oh, wait. Did you accidentally type in a score on one of them?
What do you
mean? On the wrong page?
No.
Yes, you did. I just deleted it and it fixed everything.
Okay.
Yeah, so you accidentally typed in a score on the second page. I fixed it. Anyways.
But anyway.
What is your current lineup looking like?
I started with Iron Man at the beginning of the week, and I'm now to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Okay.
Yes, I can see that.
So what, 15 movies so far?
Looks like, yes, 15. Yeah. So
I've been busy.
Yeah.
So you currently have Guardians 2 as your highest at 9.5.
I'm a fan of the Guardians series. They're the soundtrack, the feels. They're one of the few movies that actually makes you feel shit, get emotional.
So you currently have a 3-way tie between Ant-Man, Captain America, Winter Soldier, and Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
So we're going to need to fix that. Got to break up your tie.
I do?
Yep, you have a 3-way tie. They're all 7.25.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll work on that later.
Yeah, you can work on that later. But, okay, so Winter Soldier, you had never seen it.
Yes, I've seen it.
Before you'd seen it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. So,
I've seen most of them, but I'm rewatching a lot of them.
Okay.
First one I haven't seen, I'm working on now is Spider-Man Homecoming.
Okay.
Which
that's fair.
Too much Schadenfreude. The kid's annoying, asking too many fucking questions so far. And
Leave Ned alone.
It's just hard to get through the beginning.
It's a good movie.
I'm sure it is.
Especially, I mean, it's been a long time since I've seen it, but fucking Batman in it.
Yeah.
He's so fucking good.
I mean, I'm sure it's going to be good. It's just getting through it because right now, fat Asian kid's annoying the hell out of me.
Leave Ned alone. Ned's awesome.
Yeah, I don't remember names.
He's the guy in the chair. Yeah, that's his. That's right
where I'm at.
Sidekick,
and he won't shut the fuck up during school and all that stuff.
Well, he's asking questions. His friend just got fucking superpowers.
Yeah.
You can't tell me you wouldn't be asking your friend every little fucking.
I just got tired of hearing "shut up, shut up, shut up."
Well, because he keeps asking at school, which is
where'd I drop off this morning? Right when he's in gym, and
man, you're watching things.
He basically goes. He knows Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
And then Asian douche canoe or whatever his name is.
Flash.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Flash Thompson. Sure it is. Sure it is. But there's some upcoming stuff for that character that I don't know what they're going to do with in the future because we don't know what the future of Tom Holland's Spider-Man is currently. But they went in a dark direction with that Flash Thompson character kind of off screen. And unless you're paying attention to shit that's going on in that last movie with Spider-Man, you wouldn't know.
So is this the first time Tom Holland and Zendaya worked together?
I mean, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this is where they met.
And hell, they're still together as far as I know. Yeah.
They're engaged.
Yeah. Sweet. That's kind of cute.
Yeah.
I mean, you know how I feel about Zendaya.
Yeah, you love her.
No. No, quite the opposite. I think she's massively overrated.
I don't know. She was pretty. Wasn't she in The Greatest Showman?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. She played Zac Efron's love interest, right? She was really good in that.
Jocelyn Dune.
Yeah, of course. I didn't approve of her in Dune. They could have done better.
I think they could do better entirely. Because she's his
The chick from the
MJ.
the chick from The Mandalorian would have been real good there. What's her name?
You're going to have to narrow that down.
Big muscles, brown hair?
Oh,
No.
talking about the wrestler?
Yeah.
Gina Carano.
Yeah.
As Chani?
Yeah, she would have been good.
Yeah, because the very white lady is going to blend in real well with the Fremen. Now we're gonna, if we're doing that, then we're gonna clearly do the dances with wolves. You know, obvious idea, right? It's like holy shit. Either way, no. Okay, so that's where you've left off. You're currently in Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, you watch things the hard way, stopping in the middle.
I didn't have a choice.
I know.
I had to go home.
Yeah, I know. It's like at that point I wouldn't start a movie just to interrupt it.
Well, I had 30 minutes to kill, and I didn't want to just stare at nothing.
I guess that's.
I don't watch them the hard way. I pick them up. I space them out.
Yeah, but it's hard to fucking do that.
Yeah.
Either way, but I'm glad you're continuing.
But I've
on
been
with
watching those at night, and during the day when I just want something on, it's Law and Order. So I'm on like season 7,
that. Okay, that's fine.
which are great.
Also, I love that he keeps pushing you on Vox Machina when he didn't want to watch it to begin with.
I'm in. I broke down and
you plowed through 3 seasons after I bullied you into it, and then I bullied you for a month for you to get back to watching it.
But
now you're bullying him to watch it at all.
But did I?
Yeah, eventually.
Did I enjoy?
Yeah.
No, shut the fuck up.
One thing I never got to hear was, yeah, you were right.
Yeah.
You're
probably not going to. No.
You're never going to hear that. Would you?
Yeah, I was right. Yeah, I have admitted that you told me to watch things and I enjoyed it. Either way, so have you caught anything else or anything in your own time,
I'm trying to think right now what we were watching.
or have you experienced anything else? Oh, did you guys get a chance to watch the music videos I sent about the band I mentioned last week,
Negative.
Lost Souls?
No, it didn't.
Oh, okay. Okay. So before we leave today, we're going to bring that up on the TV out there,
Doing a
just so you
reel?
guys can see.
Okay.
Nope, running away.
I'm not going to film it. I'm not going to film it just for us.
Okay.
So
I expect one of you to dance.
no, there will be no dancing. You don't really dance to metalcore.
Oh, fuck yeah, you do.
No,
Mini mosh.
not in an apartment. You don't. Oh, I will want.
Hips only.
I do want to give before I go on to what I watched this week. I do want to give a quick shout out to everybody who was sick as fuck this week and missed church. We were pastorless this week because both our pastors were sick. James's wife is recovering from major surgery because I'm pretty sure they discovered cancer and they had to basically do a hysterectomy and some extra harvesting, unfortunately. But she's like a superhuman, so she'll probably recover really fast. This is a woman who basically can't get sick, can't get drunk, and is like absurdly strong. Like she's literally like a fucking superhuman. Shelly is crazy. We don't understand how her physiology works. But I have to lead men's group tonight, or in theory I have to, because Andre is sick, and told him, like, look, if you're too sick, let me know with enough time, and I'm good to go. He already sent me the stuff because I was gonna read the paper.
Just do top 10 lists.
Top 10 Bible verses. Go. Jesus wept. That's my favorite.
There you go.
Yes. By the way, Jessica didn't believe me when I told her that was the shortest Bible verse. She's like, that's not real. I was like, yeah, of course it is. She didn't know it was a thing. No. Okay. So, anyways, I hope for, healing for everybody, because the flu is going around, or flu is going around, quote unquote, tinfoil hat.
Flu is flying.
It's flying around. Mm-hmm. It is. It has flown. The flu has flown all over the place.
Not for me.
Yes.
Work by myself.
Yep.
Love it.
Hey, you get it from your dog.
No, she'll probably get it from me.
But anyway, so what I got to watch, or technically what we watched last night with a tiny bit of bullying, Sonic 3.
How was
touching it?
Fucking great.
We were planning on watching.
Hold on.
Have not.
Since he's... Just, fuck off, Jeff. Nope, wrong button. Fuck off, Jeff. All right. Just me and Chad. He refuses to watch the Sonic movies.
Why?
Don't like them. They look stupid.
They're fucking great. I don't have kids. So I'm not watching it out of obligation to a kid needing to watch it. I'm watching because I want to watch it.
Simply don't want to, not gonna.
Dude, the first two were great. First one is the best in my opinion, but
Jim Carrey looked so retarded as Robotnik.
That's the point.
Yeah.
But either way, he plays double Robotnik.
Robotnik's supposed to be fat.
Yeah, they fixed that in number 3. So either way, Keanu Reeves' Shadow was decent, but I know the character is meant to be distant and emotionless, but it's like, oh, it's Keanu Reeves reading these intense emotional lines. The CG has been changed a little bit, and I don't
Who
like...
read Knuckles?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
I just said Shadow.
Oh,
You
Shadow.
stay over there. You don't even know what I'm talking about. Go pee.
Knuckles is Idris.
Is Idris Elba is Knuckles.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, him as Idris. Okay, Knuckles is a moron.
Yes.
I have not watched the Knuckles series
not
because
either.
I don't have Paramount.
So, there
he
we go.
does, so he should watch that. He's got Paramount. He should watch Knuckles.
Nope.
Yep. Tie-in series. Okay, so the CG looks a little bit weird sometimes. Like, I think they're like over processing it again. It's like the difference between Jurassic World and Jurassic Park when it comes to CG. Like, it looks really real the first time, and then for some reason on modern shit, it looks fake as fuck. They lightened up Sonic's blue for some reason. I don't know why. They looked a little bit weird to me. We've got a lot more tails because of course you would. There was a couple of things where they clearly just wanted to get through a scene really fast, and like there's no way these characters know what the fuck just happened because they weren't there. It's like they shouldn't have any clue what just happened. And it's like, and they comment on it. It's like, okay, yeah, fine. We're just gonna kids movie that away. But everything else, I mean, it's a good movie. But like the portrayal of Shadow and his whole story, they basically take that almost straight from the video game, adapted slightly to fit with what they want to do. The fact that Jim Carrey came out of retirement again
Just to do this
do this movie
Yeah.
meant that he was on board with the ridiculous shit that he does as the Robotniks,
And he said he wouldn't do anything unless he.
liked it.
Yes.
So that means, dude, I will tell you right now, there was no scenery left unchewed. Holy fuck. He enjoyed the fuck out of playing Robotnik. Like, oh my God. Like, it was crazy. Also, I will say, like, the fucking technology they keep coming up with for his shit, I was like, this is impressive. Like, it would be kick-ass if you could manage this at all, but the fact that he does it with no budget, he's no longer a government employee and all that shit. So I was like, where does he build these fucking giant things? The only thing that was kind of dumb, once again, is the regular humans that are involved. They did minimalize it compared to movie 2, but you still got to deal with, what is his name? James Marsden. Yeah, so you still got to deal with him and his wife. They managed to sneak the fucking sister in a interesting way. You know, the really annoying story from the second one where they're getting married. So... And they do a little bit of globetrotting, but when the actual globetrotting they do for one of the action scenes is fucking awesome. Like, they get better and better at showing high-speed movement and stuff. It's a lot of fun. But I still don't understand how the fuck a hedgehog can breathe in space. Makes no sense. It's like, I don't get it. It doesn't. It just doesn't. So, either way, highly recommend Sonic 3. Really wish I had seen it in the theater, but, you know, I've rented it for $20.
Yeah, I did the same.
Yeah, it was fucking good. I liked it. Jeff should watch the Sonic movies, but he doesn't want to. Watch the Sonic movies. Why is he just staring at me now? At least watch the first one.
Just to get an idea, at least.
Yeah. I mean, like, if we're recommending it, Jessica loved it. She laughed her ass off.
I couldn't even get into the video games.
So?
You're pushing me into watching Vox Machina.
Yeah.
No, he pressured me. You must suffer too.
Oh my God. See, I'm not suffering. I'll actually watch it.
I mean, if you're not going to take my recommendation, take his recommendation to watch it. What are you doing over there?
He's watching a video or something.
What the fuck do you have pulled up on your phone?
Security cameras.
Yeah.
I'm making sure the old man doesn't let the dogs run off.
He'll do it again. It's fine. 7 or 8 more times.
Yeah, I don't want that. Not at all. We actually had to ban
We'll put the
him.
shock collar on him.
We had
Oh
to we had to ban him from taking the dogs off the property. Period. It was both of us yelling at him, trying to get it through his thick skull.
Was that after he took Nixie home that one day, or River home that one day?
And he still wouldn't. He'd grab Bandit, take him up to the property, the front property where they were working. And my worry is he'd let him out, and Bandit would run off, get hit, take off, whatever.
Yeah.
So,
But he's the correct color, so that's the thing. He'd be okay.
but still, the Bandit.
There's a thing on that. I'll tell you
I
later.
don't know. Bandit's a special dog. He's one of the reasons I was able to start turning my shit around and starting to get healthy again. 2018, I got him as a puppy and started working with him, every single day. So that alone gave me, consequences to my actions. So I'd want to go out, hit a bar after work and, get drunk or whatever.
Yeah.
But then with Bandit there, what happens to him if something happens to me? And that right there was kind of the stepping point of me getting my shit turned around.
Mm-hmm.
So that particular dog's special as fuck.
Yeah.
And I'm protective as hell over him.
Yeah. Clear your throat.
No.
You're getting gravelly. You're getting very gravelly over
And
there.
I know you hate it.
Well, it does sound horrible coming through the microphone. It doesn't sound good. Like with Jessica snoring, what the fuck? Is there a predator in here? Like Jessica and I had to have a real serious talk in the past week about her not wearing her CPAP because she's snoring so bad that it wakes me up.
Stop breathing.
Yeah, I might have mentioned it before here, and it's not to embarrass her by any means. It's just to tell the fucking truth. I'll come in the living room and try to sleep on the couch, doors closed and everything, and I can still hear her with earbuds in.
Damn.
Yeah, through the fucking door. It's not good. And so we had to have a real serious talk about it because I have to wear my CPAP to keep my DOT license. Because they check that shit now.
Yep.
But if I wasn't fat and I wasn't on blood pressure meds, then they wouldn't have given a shit. But no.
Well, that's why I have mine.
Yeah. So, but you don't really need it anymore.
No, but I use it because if I don't,
But I'm saying for the law, you don't need it. You just wear it for your health.
Well, who knows? I got the 27th. I have my first appointment with the VA, and who knows what all kind of bad shit they're going to tell me.
Oh, yeah.
First, they're going to tell me to stop masturbating. I'm going to ask why. I said, he's going to say, because I have to do the examination.
I'm not giving it credit. No.
I made a bit dad joke last night.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah?
didn't like that. No. I
Do it.
told it's what do you call a professional fisherman? It's a masturbator.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they were like,
Okay.
it was silent. It was crickets.
Yep.
So they just bowed their heads and went about their
Oh, I'll dad joke my ass off just
Yeah.
to piss off Lucas. It's funny as hell.
Yeah. I follow a dad joke IG page.
Okay.
Yeah. And I send them to my other friends. Like I said, I can do uncle jokes. I'm not allowed to do dad jokes yet.
You're not even the funkle, just the uncle.
Funkle?
Well, better than being a drunkle.
True.
Yeah, that's true.
That was me for years.
A drunkle?
I was a drunkle.
Yeah. So what do you call a drunk ant? A drant?
Karen.
Drunt. It's a drunt.
What do you call
Runt. There you go.
What do you call a group of Karens? A sleeve. Bunch of crackers.
Yeah, but you don't have to be white to be a Karen.
Oh yeah, you do.
No.
Yeah, you
I've seen Karens of all kinds of colors and races.
No, if you're not,
Some of them are brown.
you can either be a Karen or a cunt. Either way, you're screwed.
Same difference. But I lost my train of thought when we went down the fucking stupid fucking joke. Stupid fucking joke took me off
Yay!
track. Do not yay that.
Derailed.
Oh shit! What was the other thing? I know we talked about it before. Did you know Peyton Parrish,
Yes.
the singer?
No.
The singer.
No.
You have never heard of him?
No.
But you know Eric Gromwall? I figured you would. You like rock music and you like Viking stuff. I figured you would be involved.
I don't know names.
Have you never heard of Peyton Parrish, the singer?
No,
Why not?
because I don't know names.
Either way, useless. Fine.
It's Joey doesn't share food. Same shit.
Never mind then. I'm not going to talk about it. But either way, he's a fucking metal singer. Did a lot of Viking metal and stuff like that, and then did a whole bunch of other types of. He did Disney covers, which was fun. Metal Disney covers.
Nice, I like it.
But apparently, he's found Jesus and put out his first Christian song.
Cool,
and it's really fucking good for what it is. We were listening to music in the car, waiting for everybody to show up at church, not realizing that everything had gone to shit. We got there early finally for once.
this is going to be a good day.
Yeah. So we listened to the song. I listened to the song. Jessica poked around her phone. I was like, I pulled it up for you to hear, woman. Either way. So that's pretty cool because he's one of the regular things we look at on the reaction channel because I love his voice. He's got a really super smooth like rock voice, but then also can growl and scream with the best of them. But I showed you that Eric Gronwall House of the Rising Sun.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah. So they've done stuff together before, I believe, too. So either way, stuff that was on my mind was going through new music stuff. That's why Lost Souls was really cool.
Okay.
So we'll watch that whenever we're done here. But guys, if you're out there listening, go check out Lost Souls if you like metal music and nerd stuff. So can't wait for another thing to drop from them. Trying to think, is there anything? Oh, movie trailers. That's right. I knew there was a thing I had pulled up behind my own fat face over here. So movie trailers that I got shown via Twitter, basically.
Okay.
So the Mickey 17 trailer. Yeah.
100%. I think we should all go see it.
We shall see. Yes. I don't even know when it drops. Let me look.
March?
Yeah, March 7th, right there. I just have to scroll down.
Right after I get back from the cruise.
So Robert Pattinson. Oh, wait. I go out of town the next week.
Then
So we have to see it then. Yeah, we'll have to see it before I go on. Yeah. So it's Robert Pattinson basically signing up for being a experimental slave sort of situation. Yeah. And he's a clone that, whatever they do to him on this alien world, basically just to see what happens.
It reminds me of a more fucked up movie from the 90s called Multiplicity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Which was so damn funny to begin with. Underrated as hell.
Steve.
Yeah.
She touched my pippy, Steve.
Yep. Yeah, because his name isn't even Steve. No. Just calls him Steve.
Well, the only thing most thing I remember is at the very end, the retarded one's on a bicycle delivering pizza, and he's just winging it at the front door.
You scared me there. You just scared me right there.
And knock all the stuff down. Yeah.
Well, he did before. That's why all the Power Rangers fell down.
Oh,
I gauged that one perfectly.
Yes. So with this one, it reminds me of it was an episode of the fuck is it? Extra Level. We talked about that briefly.
Yes.
So there's an episode of Extra Level where a dude signs up to be like an experimental guy, and he keeps
Or is
getting
that extra guy?
No,
it's Extra Level.
Okay. Then what's the other one? There's Extra Level and there's Extra Guy or something, isn't it?
Free
Two different.
Guy?
Free Guy.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with this. So, but Extra Level, I forget which game it's supposed to be in, but this dude is trying to make money and just get by, so he signs up for all these crazy experiments from the company. And so he gets injected with all kinds of weird stuff, and he starts losing limbs, gets his body parts replaced with robot parts, stuff like that, but he keeps going back. And then it's all to eventually impress this chick who's in a similar line of work.
Is it good? Is it worth watching?
It's a short.
It's short.
Okay.
Yeah. Go watch. I mean, it's on Amazon, right? Yeah, Amazon. Yeah. Go watch Extra Level because it's just all CG animated anthology series. The Warhammer 40K one is still the best.
That was awesome.
But the very short Mega Man one was great and a massive teaser for things that we'll never get. So either way, they're all based on video games.
Okay.
So it's just putting a story. The Pac-Man one, though. Holy shit. That is fucking traumatizing. So like they basically it either follows direct lore from a video game but expanded out to like a real world situation. Okay. But the Mega Man one is like, okay, how do I become? It shows how he becomes Mega Man in the situation. The Warhammer 40K one is just, oh look, we're just doing a thing from Warhammer, but the animation is insane.
Yeah.
The one I'm talking about,
I've seen some of the goofy shorts with Warhammer, and they're funny as hell.
Oh yeah, but this is not.
Okay.
This has nothing to do. I don't know goofy. What goofy Warhammer things are you looking at?
Just random shorts some people stitch together. They crack me up. They're funny.
I was going to say, Warhammer's usually super fucking serious, so I don't know.
Dude showed up with a multicolored fucking armor suit. He called
that one.
The Skittle mod.
Okay, yes. Okay. Okay, yeah. Now
that was great.
Now I know what you're talking about, like hand-drawn sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, because if you ever watch, go on YouTube and search Astartes. this dude on his own, like with his own team of animators, just created these short stories, all full CGI for Warhammer 40K stuff. And eventually he got hired by Games Workshop to produce their stuff. Like, because he's that fucking good. He did it on his own, like outside of whatever. And the animation quality is so fucking dumb, like for a YouTube series. And there's like, as far as I know, there's no voice parts or anything in it. This is just animation.
Yeah.
But there are voice parts in the one on extra level. Either way, back to Mickey 17. Similar situation. He signs up to go to this alien planet.
Yeah.
And just
It looks great.
it looks great. And then of course they show the big twist is that, oh wait,
He wakes up beside himself.
he wakes up beside a new one. So now you got Mickey 18 and Mickey 17, and apparently this is a legal problem, and
Yeah.
everybody turns on him.
You're supposed to dispose of both.
Yeah, yeah.
And they just, hopefully they just keep printing more and more.
Well, I guess the question is, does he end up like with? Because if it's like every time,
Army of Mickeys.
Yeah.
We are Mickey. We are Legion.
yeah, exactly. Mickey, it'll be Mickey 117 down the line, and he'll have Spartan armor on. Well, because it looks like almost like a not Tomorrow Never Dies. What the fuck is that? What is it?
Oblivion?
Huh?
Oblivion?
No, the other one with Tom Cruise where he
It also has some
respawns every day.
some of the feel and
Oh, yeah. Edge of
look
Tomorrow.
of
Edge
District.
Tomorrow.
Has a look of District 9 as well. a little
Yeah,
bit.
well, actually, it's Warner Brothers who made it. Oh, definitely not that guy. This Bong Joon-ho. So yeah, definitely not that guy.
But it's got the same look of all those movies together. That real futuristic, really well shot.
Yeah.
Looks just, at least what we saw in the trailer.
So we got Steven Yeun as one of the other guys. Tony Collette is in there. That's good. Mark Ruffalo, he's like one of the doctors or scientists. So I think it'll be pretty cool. And it is Warner Brothers, so it means at some point it'll be out on HBO.
Yep, I'm in on that.
Yeah. And then the other one was something that got suggested to me earlier, and I went, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And it's called Zero Day, and it's on Netflix, starring our good friend who apparently hasn't left the country yet, Robert De Niro.
Yeah, and you know where I'm at there.
Yeah.
Probably the rest of you.
So,
Out like a motherfucker.
sorry, I didn't actually mean to. It started playing when I expanded the screen.
Because that kind of government overreach is something that, I've been fearing forever.
Yeah. So basically, it looks like some people in the comments are like, is this a prequel to the movie Civil War? Yeah. Which I never bothered to watch. But it does feel like a little bit of another leftist wet dream situation. And it's Robert De Niro. So basically, they're going to take as many imaginary digs at Trump as possible because he hates Trump so fucking much, which is crazy. I mean, considering they're both New Yorkers, it's really fucking crazy.
But they're essentially arresting anybody that may or may not be a threat.
Yeah. So they determined that the sect of people may or may not be a threat. So he's the ex-president, which, by the way, they have a female black president, which is fine.
Now, is it a computer program that's making those decisions and determining those threats?
Probably not.
Okay.
It's probably people, I would assume. That's what it seems like. But he gets to be the one who figures out how they go do it. I mean, like, I guess it's meant to be
That's
like
a good way to have a lot of data agents.
It's a
It really is.
well, in this case, it's a good way to have a whole lot of dead people that you don't like.
Yeah.
Also, American Access Media with Evan Green is like, yeah, that's definitely like an Alex Jones.
If you try
type
that down
show.
here, you're going to have a lot of dead government operatives because that shit wouldn't fly.
Yep. Well,
Literally an army of snipers hiding everywhere.
yeah. So that came up right there about an hour before you guys headed over. I'm like, y'all got to see this shit. Like this. I mean, maybe it'll be a good movie, or maybe it'll. I mean, it's going direct to Netflix, so who knows?
I did like the fact that they were rising up and rebelling.
Well, the question is why.
Yeah.
We got to know why. We got to know what the setup is. They're talking about how like a horrible administration and all these terrible things. And I was like, it sounds like they just wrote down everything that happened since 2014.
When a government
made it a movie.
overreaches that hard, it should be put into check.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
And there's no way to do that other than by force. Because once you give up those freedoms, the only way to take them back is at the barrel of a gun. That's it. They're not going to give you back your freedoms.
once again, YouTube, we are not making a call to action in any way, shape, or
No.
form. We are just discussing history. Yes.
But
history.
Sure.
Yes. But
I agree.
yes. Well, I mean, we already are having current raids across the country, but that's ICE getting rid of illegals.
That's people that are here illegally.
I know. But you got people saying, hey, I'm going to teach you how to hide from the cops when they're coming.
Yeah, good luck.
And they're saying this shit out loud. And these are Congress members. You know, it's like AOC out there running her fucking mouth on the internet talking about this shit. Is like, oh, we're going to teach people how to hide. Hey, make sure if you know ICE is in your neighborhood, if you know somebody's there illegally, make sure you tell them to go hide.
Hey, over here.
Yeah.
Over here.
Oh, no, I read this last night. Hold on. Look, there was a teacher in Dallas area schools said, hey, y'all need to come up here. I got a whole bunch of kids in my class who don't even speak English. I can only communicate through Google Translate with them. It's like, y'all need to come and investigate. I was like,
damn.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
I was like, people are, I know in a general sense, people are like annoyed at the sheer amount of illegals, but like the sheer amount of people who are coming out and being like, oh, I will definitely turn in anybody I know who's illegal. And like places who are offering like $750 or $1,000, oh, you know they're going to be telling people right and left. But it's like I didn't think this many people would get on board this quick, like because they've already been sending out planes.
Dude, I need to renew my PI license because if bounties start happening, I need to start making money.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if Trump gets rid of the 88,000 IRS agents and makes them border agents,
That'd be awesome.
He talked about it. I'm just like, the man's insane, but he's making shit happen.
He's not insane. He's just
no. He's kind of insane. You got to be insane to be that big of a megalomaniac who wants to want to be president, not only once but twice. There's some insanity there.
Maybe
he might be a good insane person, but he's still an insane person. It's like, let's just be honest here. He's fucking nuts, and he does say the wrong thing still. He says some shit wrong. Oh, we didn't even get to talk about it because the inauguration happened while we were in here last week. The big brouhaha of last week was Elon Musk making the wrong gesture at the wrong time.
And then the immediate response of probably 12 other Democrat leaders making the same gesture.
Now, somebody did make a point.
Over and over again.
No, but some people made a good point, and I went and looked, and they were correct technically. All of the images we see of Democrat leaders with their arms at a 45-degree or worse angle, technically it's a 135-degree angle. I watched a video. They put their hand out to wave, but they didn't touch their chest first. So if it's the, thank God this won't be on video for everybody else, but the touch your chest and then put the arm out, that's technically the salute that they're referring to. Now, that is a very unfortunate thing for Elon to have done.
Whatever, he's half autistic.
You can't be half autistic. You just are. No, he is autistic.
Yeah.
He is definitely autistic.
And socially awkward.
And dude, he fucking, like, if you see him like during one of the Trump rallies, when Trump got out there in Butler, Pennsylvania, and he literally jumps like 4 feet off the fucking ground like a doofus, like a fucking
what, pogo?
Yeah, like he spurgs out. Like, he just does. Like, he gets too excited, doesn't know what he's fucking doing. Mind you, he's a massive public figure and one of the richest men on the planet. And then he goes up behind the presidential seal and accidentally does a fucking Nazi salute or Roman salute.
He reminds me of Will Ferrell in Big a little bit. Or not. What movie was that? Where he acted like a child.
Will Ferrell acted like
Tom
a child?
Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Oh, Tom Hanks was Big.
Yeah.
He was a child who became big. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, I mean, he's very childlike.
Yeah, reminds me of that.
Yeah.
Or Will Ferrell and Elf.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And like, except that he's a super genius compared to those guys.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. But either way, it was a very bad look. And it was just like, and I love how everybody's like, he hasn't apologized for it yet. No, but he's trolled you about it. It's like you follow him on Twitter. He literally like is like everybody who's saying what you said. Look at all the Democrats who did it. And he's like, oh, really? And then like he trolls the shit out of everyone. He put up a ridiculous post the other day. But on top of that, Pete Hegseth, after struggling, got confirmed as SecDef. So that's awesome because he's fucking cool as shit. And he's going to take care of some shit. I forgot Chrissy Nome got in there as NHS secretary. So if you got her and then you've got Tom... whatever, the guy who's now in charge of ICE and all that.
Yeah.
Like him combined with Chrissy Nome taking care of border security is going to be fucking insane. So, I mean, like the fact that the Trump appointees are struggling a little bit is annoying. Especially Pete Hegseth. They had to go to a 50-50 and they had to get Vance out there to break the tie, which I'm sure he was not happy about. But, you know, that just shows us who all has to be primaried in 2 years. because it's like, nope, you got to get on board or you got to get the fuck out because this is what we're doing. And if you start obstructing, we're going to start working against you. Sorry. But it's crazy to think that, like, so many things have changed. And I'm seeing so many people who were so scared in previous years to fucking talk out at all in a pro-American kind of way. You know?
I think you're seeing a lot of the backlash right now from that, where now everybody's surging forward again.
Yeah. I mean, there is going to be overcompensation
Yeah.
because that's what happens when you're kind of, you know, tamped down.
It's the bottleneck pressure building up thing.
Yeah, and that's what happened with January 6th.
Yeah.
You know, before, not this current one that we just had because nothing happened. It was just snowy.
I wonder where everybody that claims they're peaceful decided they wanted to. Were so mad because they were under Trump for so long.
Yeah,
and it bottlenecked.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of January 6th, he pardoned 1,500 or 1,600 people who've been in jail or basically have been labeled as felons without any trial or anything, and tried his best to free people who've been in jail without trial or anything.
Oh, you know, the whole due process thing.
Yeah. Forget all due process. We're just jailing people for 4 fucking years. So, but one of them has already been picked up for jail locally here for, was it CP, I think, or something like that? Child porn.
Oh, damn.
I think is what that was. But that made me think, I'm like, yeah, he pardoned them on a federal level. I could see these shitheads fucking finding sudden reasons to arrest them locally and on a state level, even if they've done nothing. Like, there's peaceful people. Like, yes, there were people who rioted. There were people who fought with cops, and he commuted those sentences. You know, and there's going to be people he will not commute or pardon because they did true violence on that day, or maybe they planned some shit, you know. But he didn't just blanket pardon fucking everyone like fucking Biden did on the way out, you know. So
that was a gross injustice of everything. It was it was called a black mark upon his presidency. Yeah. I mean, it really was.
Well, I mean, it's hard to find that black mark because the whole paper.
Hi,
is black.
everybody that can get me in trouble, I'm going to pardon you so you don't have to worry about it.
He didn't pardon himself, so.
But everybody else that could have.
We're not allowed to investigate Joe Biden because he was president. It's like.
Yeah.
It's like either way, but no, I just the last week we had a fucking blizzard for 5 minutes down here.
It was a blast. I loved it.
Yeah, it was fun. We went out and played in the snow.
Yeah, it started raining 2 or 3 hours before I went to work. I hit work that night and watched it snow all night long. It was awesome.
We went to bed. We went out when it started snowing, but went to bed and then got up around 5 because somebody was.
I finally got to turn my heater on high, and I was sitting there with a flannel shirt and a hoodie and perfectly comfortable when it was 20 degrees outside.
Oh, did I tell you how I was out in the snow? I was literally like wearing these fucking flip flops, these shorts.
Yeah, you're on the porch. I saw you were in a bathrobe.
Yeah. So I was just in shorts, flip flops, and my bathrobe out in the fucking snow, and a hat because it was cold. But
you didn't go down the stairs.
No, we went down the back stairs.
Okay.
No, the front stairs were covered in snow. Wasn't going to play that game. Not in the flip flops.
Your knees were like, don't even think about it.
Literally. Literally. But the back, because that's the direction the wind was blowing, the front stairs, the bottom stairs were clean.
Dude, that wind kept changing direction over and over and over.
We're standing on the balcony like during the day, and off to the left side of the parking lot, it's coming down nearly straight. Over to the right side towards the gate, fucking swirling and all the shit. I was like, it's like 2 separate storms in one parking lot.
I was watching it right in front of me. It was to the left, to the right, to the front, to the back, and all over. I was like, this is different.
Yeah, it was so strange. Like, just the snow flurries and shit. But the weird part was like...
Yeah, I got out and started sliding on my boots across the parking lot. It was fun.
Yeah, actually, when I put my boots on so we could go outside proper, the snow got so impacted, the boots were like, whoa.
Because there were some spots that were perfectly dry, but in the middle there's snow gathering.
Yeah.
So I got to run and start and hit that. And
see, I wasn't going to do that shit on purpose. I tried not to slip.
I'm waiting to see video from the security cameras.
Yeah. But
luckily, I did not fall down.
Yeah. Well, I think we would have heard in our chat if any of us had fallen down. It would have been like, I fell down the stairs.
Oh, Lord.
I wasn't touching the stairs.
Yeah.
I knew better.
Last time I was in snow, packed ice, all that was.
Well, your driveway would be terrifying too, just because of slope.
You did up in the pond.
You just slide straight down into the pond. Sorry, I just did an accidental salute there. You just go straight down into the pond.
How would it go?
straight
down.
straight down into the pond. Actually, couldn't see my arm because of the way the camera's cut off.
But anyway, yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. And
All
it
I know
wasn't
is last
horrible.
time I was where it was packed down and snowy, I'd fall down for no reason at all. Ice, hell, Afghanistan of all places, snow and ice and snow and freeze and snow and freeze.
Well, that's mountains.
Yeah,
That was why.
you know, the Himalayas.
Yeah, that's different than here.
But
This is
I'd be
Texas.
walking down there and I'd stop, light a cigarette, take a drag, fall down for no reason at all. Yeah, it was bad. I hate this.
Why?
I don't know.
You were very gravitationally challenged in Afghanistan.
Apparently.
I will say what I thought was strange was like, I finally got to go to work 2 days later because they just said, fuck it, we're not doing anything. And
So you had a break. Nice little break.
yeah, a break of not getting paid. That's
No
great.
pay, yeah.
Yeah. I got paid for the one day. The one other day was covered by the holiday. So I was amazed that the snow was still soft and fluffy. I was like, I figured it would have melted and got packed in and like became an ice ball. No, I was sitting there. I went to work and there was a whole bunch of stuff gathered up on the side of the building, which was weird that the sun didn't hit that area. So I just picked it up thinking it's going to be like a hard clump. And I was like, this is like it just fell. I was like, what the fuck?
I kind of hope it snows
think it was a
again this
psyop.
year. I enjoy this shit.
No.
I like watching
No.
everybody lose their minds.
Well, I mean, it did get built up pretty good on the roads, just not here. Like down south in Houston, it got pretty bad.
Bridges were holding ice. Most of the roads had enough heat still retained.
I'll tell you, I-45 by the second day or third day still had some ice buildup.
Yeah.
I got on the freeway. Okay, so we got out to go drive around after it was done snowing and the sun had come out. We went out to go drive around and like I kind of just didn't think like half the time. So we go around the South Loop and right over there near where the creek runs through. I was like, oh, yeah, slow down. Because I could see the shit on the fucking bridge. And I'm like, oh, yeah, slow down a little bit. Luckily, it was, like you said, it hadn't melted. But
See, that night when it was snowing, I actually fired up my propane heater in the parking lot of the apartment just to warm everything up and get the ice off the windows and
Yeah.
everything. And I just left it running, cracked the windows a little bit, and putted my ass. I don't think I went over 30 miles an hour all the way down to work.
yeah.
Just take your time, get there safe.
Yeah. Once everything
Don't
had
knock
settled.
over the heater.
Yeah. Once everything had settled and it wasn't snowing much anymore, I went out to go warm up the cars and clean the snow off, at least the windows. So, you know, in case we wanted to fucking go anywhere, you know, and then I just used our dustpan
Shit,
as
I
a
had-
big fucking ice scraper.
Yeah, I had no snow collecting anywhere just because of the times I was working and
Yeah.
everything else that was
Oh,
going
yeah,
on.
you were moving. Yeah. So
or pumping heat.
yeah, and it took a while to get my car to get up to heat, but her car melted pretty
It
good.
got so humid in there. Water was dripping down the windows and down the inside of the windshield.
Ew, hate that.
I mean,
hate that.
it collected and was dripping off my visor into my lap.
I will say, like, I was scraping the snow off the cars and then piling it up because there were two little girls out here.
They're wanting to play.
Well, they were already playing.
Yeah.
But they were running around just gathering up snow from wherever. I'm like, you're gonna pick up dog shit without knowing it. and so I helped them out. And so I was scooping all this snow off the car, making big piles, and they run past me, and then one gets hit in the back and screams and runs away. And I said, hey, right here, snow, you know, but I literally have a shovel full of snow. So
Yeah.
take it. She grabs, like, she's got her sleeves over her hands. Like, she's got to be like, I don't know, 6 or 7. And she's got her sleeves over her hands, balls up almost like a fucking armful of snow. It goes chasing after the other girl.
It's all fun.
And then I hear, ah! From a distance.
It's all fun and games till you catch a snowball in the ear. That thing hurts.
Yeah.
No. So they came back around like 5 minutes later, and they both, one had a little snowball, one clearly had one she had been holding on to for a minute, and it was about, you know, grapefruit sized, and it clearly had hardened a little bit. They stop and they talk for a second, and one of them's wearing just a pullover beanie and everything. She hits her square in the fucking face so hard the beanie comes off. And then she almost fell over, and I'm like, and I'm just laughing watching her, and she's like, "Ah, my hat." I'm like,
Yeah.
"That's your face, not your hat." I'm like,
Man,
the hat doesn't feel anything.
when we lived up in Missouri, we were evil. We'd build snowball
Were?
forts. Missouri.
No, I said were.
Were?
Yeah, it hasn't changed.
Oh, true. We'd build snowball forts, hit them with the hose, ice them over,
Yeah.
and then make snowballs,
It's called an igloo.
stack them, and ice those over too.
Dickheads.
Oh, we would damn near kill each
Fucking
other.
dickheads. Yeah. Oh, this light is dying on me. It's just getting dimmer and dimmer.
And then because we were extra dickheads, we'd find the dog turd and pack it into a snowball.
Asshole.
Oh yeah.
Fucking asshole. Oh, I will say, like, we went out to go explore, like, after it had kind of calmed down, and Jessica wanted to walk down by the dog park area.
Go for it.
No, that fucking slope concrete, and mind you, like you said, the shit was hitting and not really sticking, so it was like half snow, half ice on all the concrete, and you're talking like a 45-foot ramp.
She'd be like a minion.
It's like I took a couple steps, and I'm like, nope, we're not even gonna attempt this, because even if we get down there, can we get back up?
Little push.
Yeah, there's no ladder. Now look, I was already grounded, or I was on my way to being grounded already at that point.
Oh, damn.
No, we did have fun, and like I got a video of it. I shared it over on the Patreon. But she wanted to get a slow-mo video of her like throwing up a snowball and hitting herself in the face with it. So got that on video. It was fun. It was just fun, you know. We only got to see snow like 3 times since we've been together. You know, in the last 6 years. Almost every other 2 years or so we get snow. Twice was at our old apartment. Once was like bullshit.
I find it relaxing.
When it doesn't
sit out and watch and
when it's not cataclysmic, it's fine.
And then my evil prepper mind's going, yeah, we're ready.
I mean, when it's like it was what we just got, it's like a bad couple rainstorm. Like it's inconvenient, but slightly more inconvenient than rain because, you know, the road's a lot harder to drive on ice than it is on snow or on water. But otherwise, like, yeah, most of the time everybody probably could have just gone to work. Like it wasn't that bad here. Like we were lucky. Let's state that we were lucky here.
People freak out here easily. They can't drive when it's dry.
No,
not
so
at all.
Why would you put them out there in the capability of ice?
Stay home.
Yeah, I was just like, so at work it took us all week long to basically get caught back up with everything.
Oh, I bet
it was so bad. Like it. Like for me,
being long days.
As far as I know, basically everybody maxed out their DOT hours every day.
Nice.
No, bad, because then you have to start late the next day because you have to have the DOT break in between.
Depends on what you're doing. If you're running off a recap, that sucks.
But I'm saying like we have to have a 10-hour break between shifts.
Yeah,
they're getting off so late, not necessarily going to get that 10-hour break between shifts. So it was bad.
I spent, I think, a week and a half running off a recap. So I could run 6 hours, 5 hours, 4 hours one day, 7 hours the next.
Yeah. So
it sucked.
Yeah.
We finally got me to a place where I could pull a 48-hour reset and have a couple days off.
Yeah. So that's what happened to us.
Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Yeah. So everybody who isn't me is going to have a great paycheck next week.
Yeah.
But I got fucked. I got fucked bad on hours.
Yeah, mine was unchanged. Period. It's just
So,
normal day.
I got screwed. Basically had to use a vacation day, got paid a holiday, had a very shitty short day, and then just nothing to do because horrible, bad decisions. Okay, hold on. Remember to remove this. So either way, I think that's probably a perfectly good spot to
we're
end.
near 4:15.
Yep. And I got to get ready for tonight. And also the milk I had earlier is kicking in.
Nice.
Yes. Guys, we'll catch you guys next week. Make sure to do the like and subscribe thing here on the YouTubes and on Rumble. When I remember to share the episode, that'd be great.
Yeah, share it.
Yeah, we've made a whopping 7 cents on Rumble.
Woo!
Yay, 7 cents. And then bothered on every single episode about shit. Oh, I got one of the bots hit me up on Facebook again to market the podcast again.
Nice, string them along.
It's the same. No, it was the same one. The same one, but with a different fucking name. But the same image and everything. I was like, same message, but either way. Got rid of that shit. But guys, go follow me at all the Shoky reviews related things down below, or the It Doesn't Have to Make Sense live streams. Go check out Jefe on the Instagrams when he will someday post pictures of his Jetta with a Spartan thing on the hood. He keeps forgetting to fucking take pictures of anything. Put your fucking weight loss photos up there.
Yeah, I may do that.
Share on the Instagrams.
I don't know how to work the Instagrams. I need a...
You hit the button with the plus and you go picture, send. Type stupid thing, send. There you go.
Be careful what you put up there, though.
Right?
Why?
No balls.
It's
Gotcha.
Instagram.
There you go.
Dude, if you go look at just just hit the search option on mine, it's just nothing but half naked chicks or chicks simulating sex.
Yeah.
And I don't search for that. That's just what Instagram feeds me in my search options. I was like, damn. It's like, okay.
All right, let's send this baby home.
Okay, but there's also Chad. See him for all your graphics,
T-shirts,
and vinylings and printing needs. If you're in the greater Huntsville, Conroe, New Waverly area.
Yep.
At C4 Graphics.
Thank you.
Yes.
He does good stuff.
Yes, he does. I need to get some work done at some point. Yes. Not that. I meant vinyl work. Need a new. Oh yeah, you did do. Speaking of Trump, you did a Trump cutout for somebody,
That was great.
which was funny.
Yeah.
Funny as shit. Yeah, with the middle finger out. That was great. So either way, you guys, we will see you on the next episode. And with that,
Okay,
bye.
bye.
3, 2.